Hello everyone. Welcome to a DSP video. I was gonna stream SMT3, but DSP had to say something on pre-stream. So this might be a long video, by the way. We're in it for the long haul. It's all good. Don't worry. I got a snack, got water, and got Ram. So if you have all these things, we should all be good. So I want to start this video off with this little fun little clip. We get jollies, dude. Now I just love. I kind of want to hear it again. I so it's 15-20 minutes left, right? Now before on many other streams, people would leave during that, and these people like, why are you leaving? We have 15 to 20 minutes. Whatever. But people usually leave when it's like when you're wrapping up, and he was wrapping up. So why would they, like? Does he really think people stick around until they see the end slideshow? I mean, not all the time, but whatever. Okay. Oh, it was going up. That was weird. Wow, how dare people laugh about him not making any money, man? Why do you care? Why does he care so much that people laugh that he doesn't make a lot of money? I don't know. And but honestly, the only reason why people like probably want to stick around is because when he doesn't make a lot of money on a stream, he literally just sits there and just like begs hard. He's like, "Oh my god, guys, we didn't hit the tips goal, guys." It's mostly because people like to see how shitty he could be towards his fans, because he could have like $90, right? $90 tip. Let's say he gets a $90 tip and he ends the stream. He's still gonna say, "Oh, it's a slow stream, man. I don't know. We didn't even see the vest. We didn't even see the hat. Whatever." And that's how it's always been. So he's sitting there saying, like, "Guys," they like laugh at me. He's like, "No, we just like to see how ungrateful you are to your viewers that tipped you. I mean, he could even get $10 in tips. Now, of course, guys, that's not even glasses time, guys. Insane. But if you're streaming and you just happen to get $10, some people might just be happy to get that. Just that. I sit there and I stream, and I'm just happy to see people in chat watching and enjoying what I'm doing. Like, I was doing SMT3 the other day, and I didn't understand this particular puzzle in the game. And and sure, I'm dumb. I'm a fucking idiot, and I don't understand this puzzle. But it was kind of fun seeing all the people like Stormlit Aqua, Ang Lee, all these people who tried to help me. And the best part of it is that it wasn't helping in the sense of they were just telling me what to do. It was mostly like, uh, I would say handicap, but I don't know if it's necessarily that either. But it would mostly be stuff that's like trying to keep me like to pay attention to what's going on. And this kind of telling me in some ways, the only time it ever got direct was the final moon puzzle when you have to fight the Moray sisters. That was the only time, like, I think Stormlit Alchemist told me the numbers that I needed to pay attention to, and then I was like, okay. And then I started to understand a little bit more about the puzzle. But it was still kind of fun. Like, I was still trying to understand it myself. I wasn't just saying like, okay, guys, tell me what to do. I was trying to understand it too. But that's fun to me. I do enjoy SMT3 a lot because there's a lot of like this cool conversation, and a lot of the times the chat doesn't like if they let me try to solve it myself until I get impatient. Like literally the Puzzle Boy streams of SMT3 is me just doing it on my own until I was like, okay guys, I need help with this. And then I looked at the guide. There's a few Puzzle Boy stages where I don't think I could do without a guide, to be completely honest. But the Puzzle Boy, I was trying to do it like legit all the way. But that was fun. But when you go to DSP streams, he's like, yeah, he's cool with the people there, but man, if you give him money, he's then he'll be like grateful at the end. And then when he has a good amount of money that he considers a good amount, and when he wraps it up, he just speeds right up. He speeds out. The only time he doesn't speed out is if he's giving us a schedule breakdown again, or giving us fake appreciation of like how he's so thankful that people come to support him or whatever. It's never genuine. It's really it's. I will say it's kind of honestly hard to gauge what he genuinely says about his chat. To be completely honest. Wow, 50 people? Wait, what was the last part? I need to fuck out of here, or whatever. Now, there was a theory out there that DSP's missing teeth on this side of his jaw, or something. There's something going on with his teeth on his left. Yeah, his left side. And I was kind of skeptical because, you know, I just knowing DSP, he thinks it's funnier when his mouth is like slanted like a cartoon character, but this and there was another like zoom like close up that he did that kind of made me agree with this theory because he really has been, I would say he's been exaggerating the angle more and more. So I think there's something going on there. Uh something. But whatever. You know, I will say that's kind of like needless. Like who really cares? But he cares enough to hide it, I guess. Whatever.
This is fucking ridiculous.
So ridiculous. Isn't this the kind of shit that DSP would rather have to deal with? Wouldn't it be better? Like, I love that he says, like, oh, it's one thing to make fun of me or whatever, but make fun of Cat? That's fucked up. So, wouldn't this be better to make fun of him directly and then these people leave? Like, why is he, like surprised or mad that these people are leaving?
These people are so fucking pathetic, man.
So pathetic.
They literally came here to try to crap on my parade, and because someone contributed, they actually got upset and left the stream.
No.
It's remarkable.
No. I don't know why I did that, but... But... Oh. Hold on.
It's fucking remarkable. How could you be such a loser? Jones to Bone says, how do they have... It's remarkable. It's fucking remarkable. How could you be such a loser? Jones.
How can you be such a loser? But like, why? I forgot what I was gonna say. I feel dumb.
Man, they literally came here to try to crap on my parade, and because someone contributed, they actually got upset and left the stream.
They got upset because he got $300. Now, there's dark history, or whatever, with Sean. If you looked it up, you know. If you know, you know. Let's just say, you know, I can't think of a clever way to like be whatever about it, but let's just say Sean uh did some shit, you know, you keep your kids like he fits in the DSP community. There you go. He fits when you think about it. You know, DSP attracts Derek's and people who like Derek. You know what I mean? But you know, he's upset that people are like upset that he got money from them. Would DSP rather have people sit there and be like, "Wow, DSP, you got money from a guy who committed crimes. Wow!" Like would you rather have that? No, he'd say that's a tractor meme. He doesn't care and ban him. But I like how before the dark history of Sean was revealed, when this was going on, I sat there thinking, this dude gave DSP $300, and DSP is talking a lot about trolls. How come the trolls get a better shout out than the dude who gave him the money in the first place? And yeah, Sean and Sean isn't the first whale to get outshined by trolls, but it's just he got $300, and instead of just being like, "Oh, thanks for the $300, Sean," wow, he just talks about the trolls. I remembered what I was gonna say. I remembered when this shit was going on. I thought it was kind of weird, and I'm gonna talk about it later because I'm gonna go over today's pre-stream as well. But what's kind of weird is that he was super grateful for Sean's tips during this. Like when he got the $1,000 tip in 2017, he was like, "Thank you, really, thank you." Like when he was doing that, like the homeless guy gets $1,000 bit, pretty much. Um, he gave that reaction to $300, which is like, okay, yeah, you're grateful for $300, good, yippee. But it was just like he's gotten like $1,000 like last week, and he does this for the $300 tip. I was like, why? And then like today, it really feels like DSP really for some reason wants to put his hooks in on Sean, which I don't know why you'd want that kind of guy in your community. I don't know why. Why would he want that? But he wasn't like that for the people who gave him $1,000. He treated like the people who gave him $1,000 like they were aliens. Like, whoa, man, I got $1,000. Whoa, man, I don't understand why I got that much. Like he acted as if like these people were aliens. But Sean, oh my God, Sean, oh thank you so much for the $300 tips, man. Oh my God, thank you. Like he wants to date him. Like holy shit, dude. Why do you want Sean in your community? He might go after Derek, and Derek is already trolled enough. Oh my God.
It's remarkable. It's fucking remarkable. How could you be such a loser? Jones to Bone says, how do they have time or desire to waste their time doing shit like that? Because they're losers. I'm telling you, because they have no life. They literally came to... Oh, did you hear DSP is about to finish his stream and he only raised $16 tonight? Let's go over there together and harass him. All right, let's do it, guys. And they all fucking text each other and they all came to... Oh, did you hear DSP is a loser? Jones to Bone says, how do they have time or desire to waste their time doing shit like that? Because...
How do they have time to do that? How do DSP fans have time to watch DSP? I don't know, guys. It's a mystery.
They're losers. I'm telling you, because they have no life. They literally came to... Oh, did you hear DSP is about to finish his stream and he only raised $16 tonight? Let's go over there together and harass him. All right, let's do it, guys. And they all fucking text each other and they all post up on their fucking.
But how are they gonna harass you though? You ban them, and I don't think that stream, that particular Judgment stream, DSP was going on a ban spree. So how are people? Who knows?
Loser forums and they all fucking post on each other's.
Oh no, it wasn't Judgment. It was Man of Medan, not Man of Medan. The other game, House of Ass. I know it's House of Ashes. I think I want to call it a House of Ass. It sounds more fun that way.
Media, and then they come onto the stream, all 50 of them. They come in. Here we come. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh shit, a tip. Fucking shit,
Now,
man. Phil did good tonight. Fuck this, man. And then they go.
He thinks that's what happens, but in reality, guys, I mean, there. I'm sure there are still some people. I mean, I don't think it's as much as it used to be. Back in like 2018, 2017, whatever, 2019, even during the bankruptcy, because people were really upset that Nancy gave him the bankruptcy, which, like, I mean, DSP, come on, he's not a fucking billionaire with 1,000 yachts, but no one really overreacts that often, that much. I mean, I'm sure there's people, but no one really gets that invested with him making money. Now it's about two things. One, this money's gonna go into like fucking DoorDash, Total Wine, and all this stuff. It's going away. Regardless, even before that we knew that, that money was gone anyway. Because what I think it was 2019, the year that DSP was playing Mario 64, and we found out Jasper existed. I think it was 2019. He got like $1,000, and you think that wow, he's gonna be good for a week. Under a week, DSP was like, guys, I need money. I need to pay bills, man. Like, so quickly, like that money went out the door pretty fast. It's to the point where now it's like, people want to know what amount is it gonna be enough for Phil, because I guarantee if he makes a new goal, like let's say that someone tips, like let's say $200, $2,000, 2K in one stream, he might be good for a bit before he goes to sad boy begging again. But now the sad boy begging literally comes the following day, which is insane, because that used to not be a thing. Like in 2017, when he got like $20, even $50, he would say like, "Wow, guys, stream, I can't complain, man," and he'd be quiet for a bit, and then he'd go back to sad boy crying like the next week or whatever. But now it's like so quickly. It's like, so he got $316. And then, like, immediately talked about slow streams after this stream. So it really went out the door pretty fast.
Go storming away. They're losers.
So it's like those two things. So is that what I wanted to say? Like it would go to Total Wine, since we now know that. Oh yeah. Then that was the second thing. Like that, it would just be gone anyway. Like, that's just how it is over there. He has gotten more entitled to tips than ever before, which is kind of wild. Like you'd think, like, you know, when you start streaming for the very first time, you can finally start getting paid for it. Let's say you finally decide to open a tips page, or that, oh, you're now a Twitch affiliate, whatever. You might, at that start of it, feel like I should be getting paid now for this, baby, and you might get like the amp attitude. But you then just kind of walk yourself down and be like, nah, I'm just gonna fucking relax and game, which is like, you know, whatever. But DSP had the reverse happen to him, where he just gets more entitled with money. That vest streak really fucking ruined him when it comes to that. Because because now it's like he feels that he should be hitting these goals every stream. Or something. It's kind of wild.
Don't act like that. Normal people have a life. They don't have time to do that shit.
Oh yeah, the other thing that people make fun of is that he doesn't get a lot of money from a group of people. He gets bailed out by one person all the time. And it's to the point that was even the reason why the tip goal went up to 150. And I don't even think DSP remembers this. Because I'm sure if you ask him now, he'd claim, "Oh, it's to make up for the lost revenue from Twitch." But he also said when he increased it, is that he noticed, guys, that he'd hit $100 and then people would stop tipping all the time. So he increased it to 150 so that people would have more motive to tip um above 100, which is like wild to think about because then it would just happen again with $150. Like he'd hit that and no one would tip. He has complained about that even now with his current tips goal that uh people need to tip more. It's pretty wild. So I wanted to start off with this because, this is him owning the trolls. Guys, he's owning the trolls with this. He's like, "Oh man, like a loser, how much of a loser they are. They have no time. They waste their time. Oh, what losers." But let's get into the bank leaks. Now, I am not gonna go over the data sheets of the bank stuff. I mean, you can look for it yourself. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry if you wanted me to do that. I'm not gonna do that. I also didn't want to. I didn't know what I wanted to do with this kind of video. I was gonna do like a talking head video, like I did with the DSP content video I did in August. I was gonna do that again, and I still want to do it again. I've gotten very lazy about it. Oh shit! I was gonna wear my sunglasses, the Gendo glasses, but I'm not going to. I'm already what 10 minutes in, and I'm not wearing sunglasses, guys. Feels bad.
In a nutshell, guys, here's the deal.
Then again, I need to hit the tips
I'm
goal.
just gonna say
obviously
as briefly as I can, as summarized as I can, to let you know what's going on, and then we're gonna move on. Okay. Over the last week, it has come to my attention and my knowledge finally that I have been subject to.
Okay. I said this on Twitter. I said this everywhere. Notice what he's saying. That he finally noticed. Like listen.
I'm gonna move on. Okay. Over the last week, it has come to my attention and my knowledge finally.
Finally, this came to his attention. Finally, my hands are cold, guys. That's why I'm putting on gloves. Okay, it's fucking freezing. Excuse me for being cold.
That I have been subject to the crime of identity theft, a federal crime, by the way.
Again, he says he finally realized. Now, this is of course talking about the bank account leaks. Now, what's funny about him saying that he finally figured it out, he finally noticed, is that the bank account leaks were transactions that went as far back at most a year, at least a few months. So between months and a year, at least, is how far back these leaks go. And according to DSP, he just found out. So DSP, are you trying to tell us that someone had your identity for that long and you never noticed these transactions? And it's even a little more suspicious, by the way, that some of these transactions happen to be in the same state. So I don't know what's going on there. But I guess maybe the ones in Washington were the legit stuff, and the stuff that's like DoorDash and mobile games and Apple, that stuff is like, that's the fraudulent charges, which is insane because, again, these are transactions that happen for months to months to year, whatever. And if that's true, if that's the case, I think that person who stole his account and shit earned the money. If someone had your identity, had your bank account info and all this stuff, and started buying things on it for that long, and you never noticed, you deserved it. You deserve to lose that money because you should be checking your statements every month. That's why they email them to you. That's why they send you an email saying your statement's ready to be viewed and all this stuff. Always look at your statements. Always keep an eye on it so you know what happened. And also, it might also help to keep track of your finances. Now I'm gonna say this. It's kind of wild to assume that DSP never checked his bank account. I'll be honest, like it's a big ask, but again, to say that you just found out about this bank account stuff and that these charges are fraudulent charges, you're pretty much begging us to believe that you're dumb enough to not check your bank statements, which is like insane. Insane coming from the dude who cried about overdraft fees in 2018. It's so it's so insane. Like it's really hard. Like you really have to believe that DSP is a fucking idiot that's really really fucking stupid, or that this hacker guy had a time machine with this information and he said, or whatever, or that he took the bank statements and then just kind of photoshopped the data, which is like, I mean, why would he do that? Whatever.
This is something that's incredibly serious. This is not just a little, oh, someone's trolling on the internet. Through some kind of means, all right, someone found out my personal information, whether it's stuff that was posted publicly or it's stuff that was not, because I know for a fact that there's access to information that should not be public whatsoever, my private stuff. These people went around the internet impersonating me, doing very malicious things, to say the least, private stuff. These people went around the internet impersonating me.
How are they impersonating? Well, I guess I guess they made an Apple account. Now the other thing I just realized, this is pretty, but imagine let's also assume that all those transactions were false. Imagine telling these companies, "Hi Apple, I know I spent like this huge amount of money on microtransactions, but can you like give me back that money? It was fraudulent money. Apple, can you give it back to me?" They'd just be like, "No, we can give you an iPhone." No, that's what they'll do. They'll give him an iPhone. So if you see with the iPhone 13 Pro, we know what happened. We know how he got it.
Doing very malicious things, to say the least. Okay. I don't. Again, I'm not supposed to say too much about it, per advisement. Because of
Advisement.
everything going on behind the scenes.
Advisement, is that even a word? Whatever.
But essentially, these people had a concerted and organized effort to not only try to access as much of my information as possible on the internet that they should not have access to, but then to try to screw it all up for me. Okay?
Now, again, I've always mentioned this. Remember that DSP keeps telling people, "Wow, guys, the trolls are upset because they haven't ruined my life, man. Wow, they suck." And then this happens. And he's like, "Wow, man, they're really fucked up." Like, I mean, sure, you could say, "Well, Theo, he's not asking them to do this stuff and all that." Yeah, I'm not saying he did. I'm saying that for a guy who believes in karma, he loves to play with it a lot, which is like, if you believe in something that can happen, you don't want to fuck with it, right? Like a lot of people believe in hell. They don't want it. They don't do things because they don't want to go to hell. I don't smoke weed because I might go to hell, dude. Then they'll find out that heaven's full of the good.
Yes, this includes all kinds of stuff.
Oh man.
Okay, it does, including control over my financials, as well as
Control of his financials. So again, is he alluding that these people bought all this stuff with his bank account? How? The stuff happened years ago, dude. Like, do we have time machines? Did this guy who hacked him have a time machine? Did he have a DeLorean, dude? Is he Marty McFly from the hit movie that everyone loves, Back to the Past?
as they tried to create
Yeah, I know
accounts
it's
in
Back
my
to the
name that are
Future.
not me. They tried to do things like see my credit reports and stuff like that, and essentially just try to do as much as they could to hurt me. in any way possible. Like, it's pretty ridiculous the lengths that these people went.
And the other thing is that Josh Poems brought this up, and it's a good point to have. DSV mentions that all the stuff that the trolls bring up are all circumstantial and all this stuff. Oh, the line app. Oh, this and that. Oh, this stuff can be fabricated. So like you wouldn't like humor the evidence that people found easily at all. Like he didn't just cop up to it because he didn't want to. So that would naturally get people to be like, well, okay, fine then. If you want like real information, let's get his credit report, which is like, I mean, again, it's like, sure, you could say it's crossing the line because, like, if you don't believe the dude, if he did or didn't do things, that's whatever. But at the same time, like, DSP keeps telling us how he knows that his trolls are fucked up and all this stuff, and they do fucked up things, and this goes into another point that I don't know if I want to go to later, but I'll say it now. Years and years and years and years and years, DSP says, guys, there's a lot of stuff the trolls do to me that I don't tell you publicly because it's really fucked up, and I don't want to give that any attention. All that shit, right? Remember those segments? If and yet, this is like, I gotta talk about identity theft. So the stuff that the trolls have been doing for years, like in 2017, 2018, all this stuff that's really fucked up that he won't tell us, is not as bad as identity theft. Like, you know how goofy that sounds? Because I would assume identity theft is pretty bad. Like, I don't think anyone would want that to happen to them. So, like, so you're telling me that the only thing I could think of is that, like, oh my god, like, this is gonna get very dark, guys, so little warning here. Are trolls, like, coming to his house and, like, doing things, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they're doing assaults and shit? Like, do the trolls actually go to his house to beat him up? Like, is that what's going on? Because, like, honestly, what is worse than identity theft? I could think of, like, you know, murder, rape, you know, the meme shit like that. The stuff that's, like, a literal crime, as well. But what else is worse than identity theft? I don't know. And yet DSP tells us that, oh, well, the trolls have done a lot of fucked up things, guys. Okay, like what?
And I actually lucked out that I got a notification via email about someone messing around in one of my accounts, which then led me to research it and find out that, you know, this was happening. Now, without going into too much detail because I can't, what I can tell you is this, okay? You can absolutely not believe everything you're hearing on the internet, okay?
And listen, you can't. Whoops.
Without going into too much detail because I can't, what I can tell you is this, okay?
Funny how you can't tell us what is not believable. Like, what is a lie? Because is the statements a lie? Because if they are, then why not just say that? Why not say that the transactions you see are not true? Why not say that? Can't say that. Okay, dude. Like, how are these transactions fraudulent? If these transactions happened over a year. Like, it's insane to assume that that's the case.
You can absolutely not believe everything you're hearing on the internet, okay? Although, most of the crap that's always said about me on the internet is very simple. It's half-truths. It's someone takes, as I've called it over the years, a nugget of truth, and they spin it to be something that it's not. They'll take something that's true and then use that.
Is the half-truth that the Apple transactions are for music and movies and not WWE champion stuff? Oh man, imagine if the meme is like, if the meme happens that the WWE champions account is an actual troll account and the Apple transactions were just movies and songs. I kind of want that to happen. Personally, I would love if that was the case, because I would argue. Well, no, I would say I would argue. I would just laugh because uh this dude who loved Game Pass for how affordable it is, because you're only paying like a subscription fee to get a library of games, decides I'm not going to subscribe to Netflix or anymore. That's a monthly subscription to a library of shows and movies, but I'm going to buy things individually, which can be pretty ridiculous if you add it all up. The only thing I buy, honestly, is stuff that I want. I know, shocker, but uh that would be wild if the WWE Champions account is like, that's the half truth, is that it is an Apple transaction, but it's not to WWE Champions. It's for music and TV shows, dummy. Imagine if that's what it is. Like, that's why I love it. I love it if that was the case.
As the grounds to now create a giant flood of misinformation and say, well, you see, well, this piece of it is true, so the rest of it must be true too. And I've been the victim of this many, many years.
Exactly. That's what's so weird. That's what's so weird. How is transactions semi true and semi not? Like, the only thing I could think of is that this dude is a child. Because as a child, when you see like songs that are at $1, it's very easy to not think that, oh, these dollars will add up, right? And then you'll like, so does he just buy Apple shit and not realize that these charges are adding up? And he's like, wait a second, this is a lot of money. Like, either way, no matter how he wants us to look at this, he comes off as an idiot, because if we are to believe that all these transactions are fraudulent, or even half of them, then he went on for like a year or a few months or whatever and never noticed, which is really dumb. Why, like, your bank account is like your fucking money, dude. Like, you wouldn't want to like keep an eye on it? Okay. I mean, and especially coming from a guy who tells that he lives tip to tip, and he doesn't check his bank account? Like, you'd think you'd look more into your bank account when you're not making a lot of money versus making a lot of money. Whatever. So it's either that, or he buys a lot of stuff and just doesn't think about how much he's spending. So, I mean, I guess either way, he looks like an idiot, and this isn't really persuading me to think anything about it. Like, I do feel bad that a crime happened against him, and I don't support that people like did that kind of shit to him. But, well, I guess it's kind of fucked to say but it's just, it happened, and it looks really dumb for him. So I feel bad for him on a human level, but it's just, all this stuff is just, it's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. The way he's defending himself, the way he's reacting to it, because also, like, this is a big thing. I'd be kind of nervous to even mention it, to be honest. Like, do people really want to go around saying, "Hi guys, I got identity theft"? Like, I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that go around and are so willing to talk about it to randos. Whatever.
People making these conspiracy theories and crazy shit up about me, and I just can't seem to dodge it no matter what I do. Because times that I've tried to debunk things and things have always backfired. What ends up happening is when I'm in the...
How did the debunk backfire, though? The only time it backfires in the sense that the trolls bring up other information to rebuttal, to reply, to fucking reply. The gall of people to listen to information and then bring up something else that's relevant to the situation as a rebuttal. Like, I do hate that every time that you ask him questions and then you ask other questions, he'll say it's moving the goalpost when it's not. If it like it's like someone asking me like Theo, why haven't we seen another hat? Like what happened to the beanie you used to wear, the one with the horseogram on it? And I'm like, oh, I put it away. But you wore it yesterday. Is that like me saying, and then I say, you're moving the goalposts, guys. Yeah, I wore it yesterday. What does that have to do with anything? It's not here. Like, you know what I mean. It's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb.
A process of debunking something else is revealed that's now used to hurt me, or people would do what's called moving the goalpost. All right, if you explain away one thing or rationalize it, here's what really happened. Oh, well, what about 10 other things? Well, wait a minute, I thought we were talking about this thing. Well, no, we got 10 other conspiracies for you now. So there's never.
Does DSP not know how a conversation works? They ask you a question, you explain it, and like, well, what about this? Like the Line app. People said, well, like, you know, your phone number is connected to the Line app, and he's like, well, no, it's a public. My phone number has been doxed. It's a fake account. Well, yeah, but Phil, you have to verify the account through the phone. Like it won't like be a authentic account without you typing a code. Why are you moving the goalpost? Why are you talking about codes now? Verified account. I thought we were talking about Line app, not verifying codes. Okay.
Really any point to me talking about this stuff publicly, because when I do, it never benefits anyone. There's no point. It's never good enough for these crazy conspiracy theorist nut jobs who want to hurt me, and now they've taken it too far. It's one thing just literally saying, okay, here's conspiracies about Phil. It's another thing committing federal crimes against me. Okay? So that being said,
Oh no.
That's about as much as I
can't
say
believe
about
people commit crimes,
specific.
guys. Can you
All I can
believe
tell
that?
you is no, not everything on the internet about me is true. I think everyone knows that. But I can't go into specifics anymore because of stuff going on behind the scenes. And I shouldn't. You know.
Like, so why? Why can't you tell us the transactions are real? Because if are fake? Because he knows if he mentions the transactions, it would validate the transactions, and it's better to have an air of mystery about those documents. Which is kind of funny because KG had like a lot of people dug at KG about what he said on the forums, and it's kind of dumb. I agree because that now what KG did. That's moving the goalpost because you know people say, well, they say that DSP wastes money and all this stuff, but where's the proof? They don't have any proof. All right, look at these bank statements. That could be fake, guys. That bank statement could be a fake statement. So it's like, so you want us to commit more crimes to prove these statements? Like, that's kind of moving the goalposts there because KG always wanted trolls to provide evidence. The trolls provide evidence, it's not good enough for him, and then he decides, well, how about this other metric that I want this evidence to be verified or whatever. It's kind of silly, but he does mention that these documents could be fake. And I said earlier in this video that like that's also kind of ludicrous. Like you're expecting a guy would commit a crime, right? Like the guy who did it, he stated yeah this is a crime. I'm gonna go to jail. He knew what was coming. He would do that and then spend his time, his last moment of freedom to doctor documents. Like, I mean, I guess if the guy really loves spreadsheets and loves Photoshop, sure, but I mean, I'd assume the guy would much rather spend the time he has before he potentially gets caught to do things he won't be able to do anymore if he were to get caught. You know what I mean? So it's still kind of whatever. I do kind of lean towards these documents being true because of how he reacted to them, and it just doesn't seem feasible or reasonable for a dude to commit a crime and then go through the effort to Photoshop. Like, either that guy is very dedicated to doing what he did, or I don't know. I don't know what else.
I've basically been advised. This is a really good piece of advice, and I'm going to give this to you guys as well. A piece of advice. All right. The more you say about something, the more can always be used against you. It's true. That's you know what I mean. Like it doesn't matter what you say, even if you're defending yourself very rationally about something, someone will always find a way to twist that next thing against you, right? And so if you are in the clear or innocent of something, it's best to not say anything. And if it ever comes down to facts, let the facts speak for themselves, to the authorities. I don't have to answer to a bunch of nut
So
jobs.
we have to get the authorities involved. We have to get the police to go to film, be like, did you spend money on Apple? Do you have a WWE Champions account? Which is kind of a ludicrous, meme thing. Like, yeah, of course. Like when it comes to committing crimes, but it's not a crime to waste money on mobile games. Like as shit posting can lead you to believe, he has the right to waste money. Like, you know what I mean? But it just has always been the issue that DSP always plays like a broke, like he talks like he's a homeless guy living in a house. I love saying that because I just love the contradiction, because that sums up DSP in a nutshell.
On the internet who make shit up about me on a daily basis. I have no responsibility to answer any of their ridiculous claims, nor do I have any responsibility to do anything but entertain you guys on my stream on a daily basis, right? It's true. That's all I have to do. All I have to do is go on stream, entertain you guys with games. That's my job. That's my
So
occupation.
then why talk about
my occupation
this?
is not conspiracy debunker. My actual occupation is a online content creator / video game enthusiast, essentially. Okay? So it's that simple. If you're here and you're enjoying my streams and my content, okay, and you say, "Man, I like that. I want to, keep that going. I want to contribute in any way." Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You shouldn't have to feel like there's some lingering conspiracy or drama behind the scenes. I want to, keep that going. I want to contribute in any way. Go ahead. You shouldn't have to feel like there's some lingering conspiracy or drama behind the scenes of shit. It's ridiculous. And that has nothing to do with my streams. As you guys know, I do my absolute best to keep that crap off my streams. Okay? And you guys have told me, particularly a few people in the last week actually messaged me and were like, "Thank you for keeping your streams completely separate from the drama on the internet."
It's funny they say he said that when he literally made this claim. I was watching an old Tevin video. Again, it's always been a pastime for me at this point to rewatch old videos, because on one hand, like when it comes to like his Twitch channel, it's always fun to hear names that used to be regulars in DSP's chat that left. Remember Howler, Deep Drive? I think Howler and Deep Drive are the same person. Deep Drive, whatever. There's someone else though. The taco nurse lady, taco nurse, whatever. I don't remember her name. It's like Kate 101, whatever. There was a long while that people suspected that Kate was Cat. I thought that was kind of funny, because it was really weird. But what happened the time that Kate was saying to DSP, and how easy DSP was like homing in on Kate all the time. But whatever. So in the old videos, there's a lot of times where DSP says, "Guys, you know me, I keep the drama away from the streams and the content and the videos I make," and he still does it to this day, make this claim, and we have the memes come out. "Well, Phil, thank you for keeping the drama off the streams." He claimed to be doing that since like he started. Well, maybe not in 2010. Maybe that was the time when he let the drama come in.
Because all these people are saying this stuff about you, and you're literally just going business as usual. It's admirable that you're able to do that.
This is business as usual.
When you have so many people posting up shit.
It's admirable, guys, as he did, like, what, three. Like I have 2 other videos on deck here, and that's not even all of it. There's a lot of streams where he went out of his way to talk about troll nonsense. But this is admirable, guys. He finally put his hoof down on it.
On the internet, a lot of it is private shit that has nothing to do with my streams. It's pretty fucked up, right?
Pretty fucked up.
Being honest,
I agree.
It's really disconcerting. But there's nothing I can do about it besides try to defend myself, which isn't going to work because, as I told you guys, these people aren't able to be satisfied.
Defend ourselves.
Seriously. I could sit
Over to that guy.
and I could pull up
we will defend ourselves.
Factual things, and they would say that's fake.
Stay back.
I would answer one question, and like I said, it's like a hydra. You cut off one head, 10 more pop up. That's how these people are, because all of their ridiculous things in their head are made up of.
I like how he calls us hydras. Like, oh, like wow, there's a lot of people on the internet, and they all have different opinions, and they all whatever, you know, like. It's like it's like his whales. One whale leaves, another one marches in. So I mean, it's the same, dude. It's the same.
Things that aren't logical. They want to believe the worst, no matter what. So they will do whatever they can to believe the worst. You see, whether it means
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people made the claim that DSP was a pedo like years ago. Like, and I'm sure some still do. He's a pain to Lee. But I didn't believe that because, like, I agree that the age difference was pretty sus and fucking, ugh, but that's all that it is. It's the same kind of reaction I have when I see like an old man from Hollywood with a young wife. You know, it's like, that's kind of weird too. So I mean, it's that kind of deal, and that's why I've said this in a past video. DSP wants to live that lifestyle. He wants to live that Hollywood fucking glitzy lifestyle. That's why he has he lives in a condo in Washington and all this stuff. He buys like expensive shit because he wants that lifestyle. He wants that luxurious life, and he doesn't want to compromise that. It's not the meme luxury, by the way. I have to clarify this so DSP doesn't fucking make the claim that I'm saying that he has caviar or whatever the fuck. But like he wants a as luxurious as he can get, as close as he can get to that lifestyle. Not 1-to-1. He's not gonna live in Trump Tower, but he's gonna live like in Weenie Hut Junior or whatever that SpongeBob meme is. It's like that version of it.
I will commit federal crimes to try to get some factual information, and then what I'll do is I'll use that to do horrible things.
Wait,
I'll completely impersonate.
So now the factual information's factual? Now the transactions are facts. Okay.
Phil and try to do a million things in his name that are completely illegal.
Oh,
I'll try.
But how? So, this is what I mean. This is why I said to listen to what he says. Because all of the transactions were dated months and years ago. And he's saying that this dude got his identity and started doing all these transactions in his name. But, like, how? How did he go back in time to do that? Like, it's insane to believe that DSP only found out, like, that long after. Like, I'd give people, like, a few months. Like, 3 months, let's say. Okay, I can understand that. But to find out, like, a year? Like, that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough to believe. Like, I think my dad had a similar not I don't think it's the same issue as this, but he noticed on his credit card statements that there were all these weird transactions. He was like, why am I like the transactions? Funny enough, this to me I kind of get a kick out of it. The transactions were for a gaming PC of all things. Like he looked at it, it was like it was all these computer parts. And he was like, I didn't buy this. We didn't build a Dell. Like we're not building like no. This isn't true. He had to call the credit card company, and he got it all straightened out. But he noticed that like within a month, I would say at most, I think it was a month, but I think maybe like a week. Whenever that statement came in is when he noticed because he looked at the statement and was like, what the fuck is this? So he noticed when that statement came in that something was wrong, and he was like, "Hey, I'm not paying this. This isn't me. I didn't build a gaming PC." And then it was found out that it was fraudulent and all this stuff that happened. He found it pretty quickly. So how does DSP go a year of not knowing someone was spending money in his bank account? I don't know.
To, use that to try to fabricate stuff. I'll try to use that to say nasty stuff about him it's fucked up. And it's what I mean. This is my life now.
It's fucked up that
It
he spent
sucks.
money. Like
Right?
on the other hand, let's say that all these transactions, whatever. He's saying it's fucked up that people are saying, "Wow, he spends money on junk." Like, yeah, okay. People buy shit all the time. Like, imagine if you got a paycheck, right, from your job, and you buy like a fig or an art book or whatever. Are you gonna be offended if the boss said, "Wow, Theo, you bought a lot of shit. You're doing that with my money that I'm giving you every day when you go to work?" It's like, well, I worked, I did the job, and you gave me the money. Sound good? And that's, I mean, the to me, the issue with DSP and his spending habits is that DSP kept telling us that, oh, I need to pay the bills, I need to pay for groceries, I need to pay for this, all these responsible things, right? And he ends up buying like WWE champions and all that. Like, if he went on stream and said, "Hey guys, support the streams through super chat, tipping, becoming a member, I'd appreciate it," or check out my Patreon. Thank you for the support. Let's move on. I wouldn't care about these transactions as much, I would say. But since he loves to play homeless man trying to live in a house, like it's hard to look at these transactions and be like, "Wow, dude, what a scam." Because like you can't, like, people like shit on a on like homeless people, like, if you give them money, they spend it on booze, but they live on the street. Like, if you give them $10, you think that's gonna make them live in a house? Like, $10 ain't gonna get you far. So of course they're gonna take the $10 and either buy food or alcohol. Like, of course that's where it's going. But DSP lives in a house and he has responsibilities and he wants us to know that. And then he buys fucking Total Wine. Like, is Total Wine a necessity? Do we need Total Wine? But okay. I mean, I do kind of hope people got what I'm saying. I mean, I get lost in what I say all the time, so I apologize. I'm not the best. I'm trying. I'm trying, chat.
So ignoring
Dear
them is
chat,
the
I'm
best
trying.
way to deal with it.
Oh man, that was a
Okay, it really is.
great meme.
I'm sorry. I know those. Oh, why don't we address the drama? Why don't we have a special
Dear
to talk
chat,
about?
I'm
Because it
trying.
doesn't help. It really doesn't. It
you
doesn't
think
matter.
you think like Cat's like, "Phil, you gotta get this straightened out," and he's like, he texts her, "Cat, I'm trying."
Even when I disprove everything, it's
That
not
should be
good
the
enough for these
thumbnail.
crazy people.
I need to find
All right.
that image.
And now that federal crimes have been committed, yes, you notice I keep repeating that because they are federal crimes. This is not just someone fucked around with someone on the internet and trolled them, slandered.
He got fucking swatted, and that, I mean, I guess it's not an official federal crime. At least I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't remember. I don't know, but that is a crime, or it should be a crime. And he bragged about that, and this is the next thing he'll brag about for years. But he has said this, as I feel he said this before. Hold on. Pig, pig, go. I hope it's .net. Oh, what is pig, pig, go? How do I not have this in my history? That's not good. Yeah, it's pigpiggo.net. Did I not spell it right? Pig, pig. I spelled it right. Why is Ubuntu? Ah, Okay, I don't know. That was about. Crimes. Let's see. Your crime. Oh my god, this is. No, that's not right. Dreadful crimes. No idea what this is. Is it 10? Hmm. Well, I guess you'd have to like look it up for yourself. But I think he said he made this claim before that crimes happen in his name.
Or defamation on YouTube. This is to the point of now major repercussions. And I hope people understand that. Anyone who's talking about this, not knowing fully what they're saying is true or not, guess what? You're part of the problem and you're part of the issue, and you are going to be held accountable too.
How am I being held accountable? I'm not going into the deets of all these of the bank leaks. I'm not. I didn't do that. Just reacting to something doesn't mean that I can't talk about it. If that's the case, every journalist that talks about and okay, let's say someone commits identity theft on Trump, right? Someone hacked into Trump stuff and they pretend to be him or whatever. Are there journalists that talk about it are responsible? Like, are they gonna go to jail too with the person who did it because they talked about it? Like, it's not the same. Like, I guess I mean with the defamation part, sure, but like speculation is different than saying what. Like, I'm not saying what happened is a fact or not, but I say I can believe in it. I can believe that it's real, which is different than saying it's real. Like, it's kind of nonsense. It's kind of a nonsense hair to split.
It's just that simple. You're part of it now. You're actually passing around stuff that should not be passed around, and you're going to be in trouble just as well. So, I can't
You
stop
know,
anyone from doing anything. I can't, but I'm just saying, and when an investigation is underway, it is what it is. Okay? That's just
this is the only time we hear an investigation's underway, and I guarantee the investigation is probably just them saying, "Is this fraudulent?" Yes, it is. Okay, like whatever that kind of shit that goes on. I mean, maybe they'll look in for the criminal too, but
as far as I can say. Like I said, I really can't say any specifics for past that.
I mean, this is the dude that gets a bot response on Twitter and thinks that it's an actual person talking to him.
I've been advised not to. What I will tell you is, I know people always ask me about, what's going on with your day off and stuff, right? Can people, or excuse me, people always ask me, they want to know about what happened on my day off. What did I do? Do you really want to know? Because I'll be honest with you, okay?
To be honest
With you about what happened, okay? You ready? I sat around all day yesterday. Instead of going out with my wife and having a good day, which I
Whoa.
should have after a 6-day work week, I sat around all day making phone calls, sitting on my computer,
Sat around
talking
all
with
day.
people of various different occupations, trying to get this fixed. Okay? Trying to get this horrible thing fixed. Because when so much has now been done, I mean, just to give you some perspective here. At first, I thought, oh, someone had access to one account. Apparently, this has been going on for a while. This isn't even something that just happened. This is
A
something that's
while?
actually been ongoing for a while.
What?
And I wasn't aware of it.
It's been ongoing for a while. What?
Here's the good news, though. All right? Anything that
Again, how do you not know money is leaving your bank account? You have no investment in your own bank account, DSP? That's kind of fucked up. Does he? Oh shit! Was the overdraft fees the guy? Maybe that's what's going on. He told us how the overdraft fees were fucking him, and he's like, and then he realized, oh shit, and maybe that's what it is.
has to do with YouTube, anything that has to do with my Twitch account, anything that has to do with my social media.
Oh, thank God his Twitch account is locked down because he's definitely gonna use that account again.
Anything basically
Which
that
is also pretty funny now when Twitch got hacked, right? Now, I didn't. I that's not part of the videos on deck here, but he goes through all this like, oh, woe is me about him getting hacked and all that. Twitch gets hacked. Well, if you treat people like shit, you get what's coming. Okay, it's like what they say. Like goes around, comes around. That kind of shit, right? And yet DSP doesn't realize that, people can get offended with what he said and then do shit to him, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Like imagine if people saw like treated DSP the way that DSP treats companies, right? Imagine that. Imagine if people treated him like he wants people to treat other companies, like Nintendo and Twitch. Like he'd hate it. He'd be so mad at all these people treating him that like he treats those companies, right?
Has to do with my online presence in my streams is locked the fuck down. I
Lock the
personally
fuck
have as
down.
much security available on everything. None of those have been at risk. Okay.
Well,
It's things that are out of my
technically, I mean, everyone says like two-factor authentication isn't foolproof. Nothing is foolproof in my opinion. Like, if a hacker wants to get in, they'll get in. Like, they'll find a way. It's not like, oh man, got them. It's like, well, they'll get in if they really want to. But two factors is good. I mean, I'd recommend it regardless. I mean, it's better than nothing. You know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like scratching my ears. It's like really bothering me. Uh, oh my god. Yeah, two-factor authentication, all this stuff, and DSP sitting there like thinking like, oh, he can't be hacked. There are people who had two-factor authentication. Like, this is a big thing on YouTube. That happened to a lot of people that got locked out of their YouTube account because they happened to click on an offer on YouTube or whatever. Like some company pretended to be a YouTube account, whatever, and then people clicked on the link, and then that led to them losing their account, pretty much. And that's been a big thing that's been going on YouTube. So I wouldn't say it's foolproof. I mean, people can find a way to get them. It really takes a very, very convincing email to get someone, and there's always someone that will fall for it.
control that kind of were taken over as I can explain. Like,
But I
things
like
that
how
I can't do.
I like that he's like, oh, thank God I locked down these other accounts. Like, I'd be more, I wouldn't care that much about my YouTube account, my Twitch account. Like, I'd be bummed. I mean, of course, but like, I wouldn't be so emotionally fucked than my bank account. Like, because it's a more personal account. So like, you know.
Do that. I wish that on every single account on the internet that I have, there could be two-factor authorization and backup authorization and all of that, and it's just not available. As I tell you guys, we live in a world where everything is full speed ahead on the internet, yet a lot of businesses have not prepared themselves for that. You tell them, oh, guess what? Someone accessed my info because of this shortcoming of your business, and they're like, huh? What do you mean? I don't understand. Of course you don't understand, because you're living 15 years in the past.
Now that reminds
you know?
me. So, during that Sony hack in 2013, 2010, around that time, that big hack, I remember I went to my bank because at the time I think I had my card on PlayStation or whatever, and I was like, oh, I need to change the number just in case, because it wasn't clear if if it was accessed or whatever. So I was trying to tell this person, hey, I need a new number. I have an account here. I need a new number because this company got hacked and they might have access to my card. I need this to be changed. And this woman kept looking at me like, you have to talk to Sony about that. And I was like, no, I'm not changing. I want you to change the number of this card. I want a new card. Like, I had to keep explaining that to her. Like, I wanted to change it completely. It's like, why? Because like my account might be hacked. Well, if it is, come back when it is. I'm like, I should be doing it now before it can even get any worse. Whatever. I kept trying to explain it to her. A person in the back of the bank that Fortunately, she was there. There's only 2 people there, and thank God she was there. She was like, no, see, this is what happened. You should do this. And she's like, okay, I'll do it, but I don't know what's going on. I was like, oh my God, I need this to be done. And then it got done, and I was like, happy about that, obviously. You know what I mean?
They don't understand.
So I
when
know
you
where
tell
this is
them
coming
that
from.
their capabilities aren't good enough, that's a legal liability for them. They don't even understand that. Huh? But that's the world we live in. That's why I complain to you guys all the time when I have to sit on hold on a phone to get customer service from somewhere. A phone?
Well, it's probably because
everything's
they
online.
are not paying
Why
a
am I
lot of
sitting on a
money.
fucking phone to get customer service? But that was my day yesterday. My day was literally sitting in my office instead of having a relaxing time with my family like I should have had and deserved after a 6-day work week. I'm sitting in my fucking office on the phone and on online accounts all day trying to fix shit.
You can't spend time with Jasper while being on the phone. Like, you don't have to sit there and talk to Jasper. You can just fucking pet him.
Okay? And it's, by the
Okay.
way, that was just the start of the process. This is going to be an ongoing process. This is going to take so much time, and I hate to say it, money to fix. Because this is not something that's going to be cheap. Now I have to get people involved who have to be paid. And it's like, gee, I wonder why Phil can never, get back on his feet. This is why. A few years ago, I had a similar issue. If you remember, I've been paying my taxes wrong. Okay?
But this is his fault, though, with the taxes. Why would you get a tax attorney who lives in Connecticut to do taxes in Washington? Like, I can't believe he says this with a straight face and doesn't realize how dumb he sounds. I have a Connecticut tax accountant, whatever, who did my taxes for Washington. And he doesn't think that makes him sound fucking stupid? That's like me taking my Mac, like, oh guys, my Mac computer was fucked, so I gave it to a guy who knows Windows computers, who only does Windows and Dells and shit, and he didn't fix it. I don't know what happened. And it's like, yeah, you went to a guy who doesn't know what a Mac is, or who hasn't worked on a Mac, I should say. That's the nicer way to put it. Like that to me, I just can't believe he's still on that. Like, I'm sorry, Phil. You should take the blame for that. I'm sorry. You decided to use the Connecticut guy for Washington
because
stuff.
of a tax attorney who swore they were doing it right and then was wrong and then threw away all responsibility. Oh, I never said that I was going to do that. Yes, you did. I have it in writing. You fucking disingenuous
Then
asshole. I
why
have
not
it in
sue
fucking
him?
writing right here that you were going to do this for me and do it properly. Oh, well, I recommend you find another lawyer out there to do it for you because I didn't do it. Oh, okay, shithead. And so it fucked my life up, for
Yeah,
years.
he sucks. Like,
I was in a situation.
sure, he could be mad that he promised he could do it, but I think at some point DSP should have used his big boy brain and realized, maybe I shouldn't be relying on a guy in Connecticut for taxes in Washington.
Where I was having to pay off lawyers and stuff.
I
to
would have
fix the
also had
problems that were created.
I also would have at least got a second opinion. If he said that, I might have maybe asked someone else in Washington, hey, do you think this guy who lives in Connecticut could do it? I mean, they'd probably say no. I mean, they'd probably look at him as if he's like, he needs his parents,
And now,
Like,
this
where are
week,
your parents, young man?
just this week alone,
Not young
I've
man,
got
but
so screwed.
sir, are you lost?
With fees and all kinds of issues.
Do you have a card?
Things that are unpaid now, and it's not my fault. It's pretty fucked up. It is pretty fucked up. I don't like so I don't like talking about
And
it.
again, I've said this before. Like, he's had all this bad stuff happen to him, and he claims he can't like plan for Plan B anymore and all this stuff. But he can sit there and assume if something bad happens, I should do this other thing that might be a buffer or whatever. Like, whatever.
And like I said, again, none of this is really going to help anything. The reason I'm really doing this is for my viewers who are just kind of sitting around and wondering what the hell's going on. Why haven't I talked about it? Because I can't. Like, when you're in the midst of something that's very much active and going on and you're trying to fix it, you can't give specifics on anything. Like I said on Twitter the other night, maybe in a few years, okay, and I mean that, like maybe in a few years, once all this dust has settled and once all the shit is fixed, maybe then I can tell you more specifics. I certainly cannot right now. It would be an insanely bad idea. Okay? For myself and the safety of myself and my family.
Yeah, he wants to wait a few years to tell us. So then, if people bring up anything, he'll just yell at you and be like, "It happened years ago. That's not relevant anymore. I don't do that anymore."
There's just nothing I can do about it. All right.
I look
So all
really
that being
red.
said, yeah, yesterday was not a very good day for me.
I
Yesterday
look
was a day
demonic.
I wanted to go out.
I'm looking
and
at myself
spend
in
time with my
OBS. I
wife,
look like
and
a
what we were gonna
demon.
do. Our plans were
Like,
to go to
I'm a
Halloween
Greek
stores in
demon,
the
dude.
area, party stores, look at decorations. Because remember, starting in October, I decorate my office for Halloween. I have all kinds of fun, festive holiday things in here, and also I need to figure out what Halloween costumes are available for the Halloween marathon. Because you guys earned the right through your support.
Don't care about that. Fast forward.
And I didn't get to do that. I didn't do any. I
Oh
sat at home all day.
man.
Luckily, Kat is playing Lost Judgment, and she loves the game. She's way ahead of me.
Way ahead of me.
Way ahead of me in the game now.
Yeah, dude,
You
it's
know.
a short game. It's actually
And she's
a
loving
very
it. She's
short game.
absolutely
I'm
entertained by it.
amazed. I'm amazed how long DSV drags it out. It blows my mind because I'll be honest. I said this. Oh my god. Oh. All right. I'm glad. OBS has a pause feature. Pretty cool, huh?
Having a great time with it. So that's a good thing, obviously. She was she upset? Yes, but she was able to enjoy herself on our day because she was able to play a great video game all day long. But she needed something to do when I was up here doing bullshit all day. Okay? So that's the deal. All right? In summary, I am the victim
Cat
of
played
identity
games,
theft.
guys.
People
She's a gamer.
basically doing every possible thing under the sun negative to me.
Yes, I am a gamer.
I
always thought with that.
Accounts in my name that I never authorized, doing things in my name that I never authorized, fabricating stuff, throwing personal information of mine all over the internet that doesn't belong there, doing things in my name. I think I already said this, but doing things in my name that they should have the power to do, to the point where, actually, I didn't say this. If this were a situation where I hadn't just declared bankruptcy last year, they probably would have done irrevocable damage to my credit. Let's put it that way. They would have ruined things for me if I had good credit right now.
Okay.
Like, things would have maybe fallen apart. But the fact that I declared bankruptcy last year and my credit's already in the shitter, it didn't really affect things. I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. Because my credit was actually bad, the damage was actually limited. Okay? So that's...
See, and this is, I think, what a lot of people suspected when he was going through bankruptcy was that it would just be another parachute for him to just overspend again, and it just kind of sucks. Like, the bankruptcy system isn't like the best system out there, and it could be better, but DSV really he to a point. It's like, yeah, sure, I game the fucking system if you want, whatever, but. He really he just knows how to cheese, man. He knows how to cheese every possible thing. Like, this is the dude that people say, "Oh, this is why we shouldn't have like it's like we shouldn't have healthcare because we'll have people like DSP that will exploit the point of having socialized healthcare, which is whatever. I mean, to me, it's like, hey, I'd much rather have tax money go to something that people use and people need than for Jeff Bezos' other spaceship. You know what I mean? Okay, enough of that. Enough politics. We gotta move on. Guys. This is not a political channel. If you say it is, he's gonna ban you. Rammer will ban you. I'm not, but he will. So if you get banned. Because this dude, okay? So, and he'll be handling the unban request too, so watch out. Angry snort.
That's a good thing. But, it is what it is. In a situation here where there's nothing really I can do to fix it or do anything about it besides what I'm doing. And it's not a quick fix. It's going to be something that's ongoing. And it's going to be something that, I can't do anything about, man. So it sucks.
But you're already
and there
doing
are
something about it.
dumbasses who will continue to be dumbasses and will continue to eat up all the drama nonsense on the internet. Just know something. All that shit is illegal. I mean it. Like, every piece out there. Oh, look at this. Here's a leak, and I'm going to use this to say defamatory stuff about Phil. Yeah, that's illegal. Can't do that because that's information that shouldn't be public, and it's information that's not even vetted to be true. So you're actually...
So how can we vet it to be true then? Okay.
Making defamatory or slanderous statements about someone with information that's not true, and now you think you can make money off of it. That is illegal.
But if the only crime is defamation, then it might not be that big of a crime. I mean, the thing is that, like, it's really weird that he's really saying, like, it's illegal what you're showing, but if what is floating around is fake information, then, like, is it really illegal? Like, if I made a bank document of Trump and said that he bought, like, sex dolls, is that illegal? Would I go to jail for doing that? Like, oh my god, Theo, you said that Trump bought 10 sex dolls? Wow. Like, I don't know.
Yes, it is. It
Yes,
is against the law.
It is. It's
Now,
against the law.
Someone like me, do I have power to really do much about each one of these situations? Not really. All right? I just want to fix the shit on my end. I want to make sure that now all this stuff that was done in my name illegally is fixed, and that people don't have access to do this ever again. And I'm taking steps to do that. That's what I'm doing. But all I can do is shrug and say, well, just another day, right? For
Just
some
another
people,
day.
the day when they find out that people have been impersonating them to do malicious things all over the internet in some kind of a crazy concerted effort to ruin their life, the day that they discover that's going on is the worst day of their life. But for me, it was Tuesday. And now I move on.
I like how he
Pretty
says,
insane.
"Oh, for me it's Tuesday." Well, he said in the beginning, "Oh, these trolls, they took the next step and committed a felony." But it's just another Tuesday, guys. Okay. I love the cope where he tries to downplay what he just said by saying shit like this.
It's absolutely insane. Okay? And again, people are so dumb. Someone literally just said in the stream chat, so everything's real? What did I just say? Are you fucking deaf, you stupid shit? Yeah, you are. I literally just said, here's what they do. They take a piece of information that's real, and then they use that to run with a bunch of bullshit. This is what always has happened in my entire experience being online. They will take one piece of information that is true, and then they fabricate 400 pieces of information and attach it to the one piece that's true. They staple it together, and then they say, oh, well, here's everything about Phil that we know. Like, wait, what? But all that other shit is bullshit. You made up. Speculation. Right? And there's, but
Speculation isn't inherently bad, though. Speculation is speculation. There's, like, when you speculate something, you're open to the possibility that it's wrong. Like, when people speculate things, they know that, oh, this could be wrong. Like, people have been speculating that we'd get a Switch Pro. Now, did we get one?
you say as is fact to try to make me look bad. Because you attach it to one piece of information that's true. Right? So, it's that simple. Don't be dumb. Don't be gullible. And by the way, if you are, then don't come around my streams. Right? If you're that dumb that you just believe everything on the internet, you think that it's okay for someone to commit federal crimes and identity theft to then try to ruin their life on the internet, you don't belong here. I don't want you on my streams anyway. See, really, I mean it. Like, I can do without the view. I can do without the 50 cents you may have tossed me in a super chat at some point. I'm pretty sure I can make do without someone who's a nut job on my stream trying to ruin my life. Okay?
Okay.
So, please move on. And don't bother all of us here who are here to just have a good time with games. Because that's what we're here for. We're not here for your bullshit. Okay? Okay.
I don't know if I want to do this video though. Oh, lost track of my mouse. I don't know if I want to do this video. You know what? I'll watch a little bit of it, and if I want to keep it going, I'll let it keep going. Though I do remember this was a bait video, though. He baited a lot of people to watch because, like, everyone thought he was going to announce that he might go back to Twitch, which I don't think it's time yet for him to go back. I think it's, I don't know. I know it's this month, but I would say, like, maybe give it another month. I don't know. But yeah, I guess he isn't going back. Whatever.
Welcome to the stream. Very different kind of pre-stream today. If you haven't noticed, a little different today.
A little different today.
Reasons.
Today's a little different today. Different day today.
Today. 20th of October 2021. The landscapers are outside making lots of noise. Many different things that have been going on.
We're just gonna speed through that. We don't need to sit there and type of landscapers all day.
DSP gaming in general, what it's been like since I've on. They're really getting closer. By the way, something I just think this is funny. Something I want to throw out there. For the last 2 weeks, Sam the Spider over here has had the gunner or the aviator glasses on.
Why has he done polls for what glasses to wear, dude?
When I finished up, it's been 2 weeks. I was
yeah.
shocked. I was like, someone's gonna say something.
Dude, you have a 480p camera and you make it like baby size. How are people gonna see it?
Someone's gonna bring it up.
I mean, people can't see the gray hairs in your beard, DSP. How can they see fucking sunglasses on a spider that's behind you? Oh my god, DSP, fucking think. You know what I mean?
No one did. So I wanted to bring it up today. Anyway, welcome everyone to the pre-stream and the state of the channel address, I guess you can call it.
Okay, I do want to mention this though. This about his beard. He claims that this is gray hair and we can't see it because of the camera, but I've been noticing the gray hair here. So if this is gray hair, then shouldn't this be the same color? I mean, I guess technically it shouldn't because it's like a different like plane. Like it's kind of downward, I guess, but you know.
I do this every once in a while when I feel that there's something important to talk about and I feel like we need to clear the air or address a few things.
I mean, it's also very suspicious. Is like
morning, I feel
that part is the same tone as the skin.
And some stuff going on and people talking about certain things.
But it's not patchy, guys.
Let's go ahead and let's have an interesting day today. Not only am I doing this as a special pre-stream today, but also I'm doing a very, very rare thing. I am not adhering to my schedule today. We are playing something completely random on the stream today.
The game he was playing is a fucking meme game that everyone is playing. It's called YouTubers 2 or whatever the fuck. Everyone thinks it's a Game Pass game. It's not. It's not. I don't think it's on Game Pass. He bought it. He was willing to pay. Like, this is a slight annoyance. He skips all these good games. Oh, it's too expensive. I don't want to buy it and risk not getting making the money to make up for it, whatever the fuck. But he bought a I was calling it like a boomer meme game because I don't really think YouTubers' life is that funny. Like, make a YouTube video, live your life like a YouTuber. It's like, okay, like. It's kind of shit I cringe at when, like, I started Borderlands 3, they started doing that kind of comedy, out it went. So, yeah.
A very strict schedule, especially during this very busy gaming time of the year, where I'm like, man, I want to make progress in every game I'm playing, and I can't take time away from that schedule. Today's different. Today we're completely mixing things up for the sake of variety. I'm playing something today that not one of you is going to expect. Seriously. So,
and all these random games, all these random games he does, has always been some cringe ass, cartoony game that looks like it's made for babies. It's always that. It's not a good game. It's never something interesting. Like, I'm gonna compare it to me, guys. I'm gonna compare it to one of my streams that I did. One day, I was gonna do a fighting game stream. I was gonna play Skullgirls, Guilty Gear. I don't know if I had multiplayer at this point, but I was gonna do a fighting game stream regardless. I was gonna do is get amped. I hop on Twitter. I see a trailer from Studio Trigger. You guys know. You guys know what's up. For a game called Metallic Child, and I was like, "Holy shit! This game actually looks pretty cool." It was $20. I bought it on Switch, and that game fucking rules. It's a great game, and I switched the games. Instead of doing fighting games, I did that, and people actually liked it. It was kind of fun playing that game and seeing people start to turn around on that game, because it was like, it looks all right, it looks whatever. And then by the end of the stream, everyone was like, "This game looks like actually pretty good," and it is. I do want to do another stream of Metallic Child at some point. I don't know when, but that game is pretty good. I do recommend it. It's a roguelite game. It does say progress you've made, but if you die during a stage, you have to go back to the beginning. So it does have that kind of thing to it, and I think it's a little more fun. I like Hades a lot too, but Metallic Child is pretty good. I like Metallic Child a lot. The music's pretty good too. I like. The only thing I'm not a fan of in Metallic Child, the art style. It's kind of hit or miss for me. Like, I like it and I also hate it. It's just, I'm not into like lolly shit, and it's like there's that in this game. It's like, whatever. I'll do it because I like, I'm enjoying the game.
Okay. A couple quick shout outs, because I will be doing shout outs during this this video and stream. Habib Gaming has as it were, but they're both doing fine. I'm a jack off did a super chat and says, "Hey man, how's things? What's news?" You're about to find out. Are you? What's hilarious? Today, for some reason, they're here at 11 a.m. because I have a special stream.
Okay.
I have a lot to talk about. Kind of annoying, isn't it? But outside my window.
Oh my god.
Being like 5. I'm sorry, Jasper. You're right.
This is.
I guess
This is worse
but,
than like
this year. You probably wouldn't even know it.
whatever.
What a year 2021.
What a year.
In regards to
What a
in
year
general,
2021.
Not being the same as they usually are, and I think that's some of the things that I definitely want to address, because some people have the impression that
I thought last year was more weird because of the pandemic, but now is the pandemic still going on? Like, I don't know. I mean, more games have come out this year than last year. Like, last year was like what? Ghost of Sushi, Last of Us 2, Call of Duty. I mean, Yakuza as well, and then that's pretty much it. And the new console releases, guys. Wow. But other than that, like, I don't know.
basically there's nothing going on my streams. My streams are dead. My streams are dying. My content is dry and stale. This is supposed to be the busy gaming season, so why isn't Phil thriving? And yada 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 yada, right?
His cut.
Admittedly,
This is now. This is. I did a video. I mentioned this earlier. The reason why his content's stale is not. It's just that he relies on the game. Like, it's like, this is how much DSP refuses to take responsibility for his content. He is not willing to accept that maybe he's fucking boring. Maybe he's dull as dirt. Like, that's kind of how I feel sometimes when I stream. It's like, maybe my content ain't good, but I always try different things. I always try to find something to do. At first I was like, oh, maybe the viewer canvas would be something good. Then I moved on to, what, I'll do a sub event and a Patreon event where, if we hit it, I'll just do a stream, a separate stream of just drawing like the all the subs that like supported me or whatever, and I'll just draw that on a canvas, and thought that was fun. Then I did Big Bane, dude. Big Bun Game Club with my buddy Charles. That's been going great. I don't know when the next episode is. If you ask me, I don't know when, because he's been really busy lately. So I feel we're gonna start doing again next week, the earliest. I would say, but I have to see what's going on with him. He's a very busy guy. Okay, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, Charles. No, not gonna do that. Not gonna be that guy. That ain't me.
What I will tell you is I've noticed a huge pattern this fall that is not usually what happens around the fall. Usually what happens
This
is
has
around the
happened
fall
every
gaming
year.
season.
The only time the fall's been crazy for him was when he was doing Dragon Siege Inquisition and all these games all at once. The second he started doing games that when he started to reduce the amount of games he played, suddenly, magically, oh man, this crazy gaming year is not as crazy as it used to be. All the time now. But okay.
There is a huge increase in the amount of game releases that are coming out, and more often than not, at least 50% of the game releases coming out during the fall are games that are high priority, hyped releases, AAA blockbusters, games that we've all been anticipating and highly waiting for years in some cases. And they all come out within the same 1 or 2 months, and that's why typically this month, October, is usually called Broketober, because most gamers can't afford to buy all the games coming out in October that they're interested in because there's just too many of them.
Too
And
many,
there's so
man.
many high-profile new releases.
Skip.
You basically have to.
He skipped Dread. Oh, this is embarrassing. He's skipping Mario Party. I'm sorry, that game is gonna be fucking killer, dude. Love that game. Big ups Mario Party. Skip Death's Door. Great game. I can't sing that game's praises enough. I swear there was more. Skipped SMT3. It's gonna skip SMT5. Probably gonna play that next year. Didn't even do the Streets of Rage 4 DLC, which I thought was pretty good. But yeah, no games, man. I mean, of course, technically, there's not a lot of games, but it's still enough to be good. It's just that he picks shitty games and then he plays games shittily. Like, as I said before, I can't believe it's taking him so long to beat Lost Judgment. It's blowing my mind because the side missions suck. The side missions are boring. They're not good. Yakuza 7 had better side missions. The ones in Lost Judgment are just kind of dull, and I have no motivation. I've only liked one that I did, and I didn't really. And even after that, it's like I didn't really care, and I was kind of forced to do it. The fact that Lost Judgment forces you to do side missions is why I don't like the game, to be honest.
Like run around checking reviews and what other people are saying about
I hate
games,
reviews
so
though.
there's no way that you can judge for yourself when there's so many releases coming out in a very short period of time.
Now,
right?
This kind of
checking reviews and what other people are saying about games.
Checking other people what they're saying about games.
Because there's no way that you can judge for yourself when there's so many releases coming out in a very short period of time.
I wonder why DSP loves Broketober. Because this dude is scamming kit people. Because he knows, oh yeah, they're gonna check my stream to see if they want to buy this game, so they're gonna come by. He wants that market, which is kind of a fickle market, and it's like I also don't think that's much value. I think what sells the game is when you see a game that the streamer really likes or they dislike, and that they play or whatever. Like, oh man,
right? And typically, during this time of year, I decorate, and we have a festive vibe on the streams, and everything kind of feels different as the weather changes.
You only started decorating last year.
As you can see, I still can't kept up with that half of the stuff. The streams, in my opinion, have been pretty fun. For those who are here, there's a spooky vibe. I've been doing my best to try to balance some spooky horror themed stuff.
I think I'm more
For
spooky
example,
than this.
Alan Wake Remastered.
I mean, how am I looking now?
Remaster, I felt that it fit the month perfectly. Coming up this Friday, we got a horror game.
I don't look as red as I did before. I looked really red
and of course,
last time.
We got a Halloween marathon.
Now I just look
like
I'm in heaven.
Okay. So, all that being said, I'm doing as much as I can, but admittedly, You got to look at what's out there to be played on streams, right? And this year has been the most underwhelming fall gaming season in the 13 years that I've been a content creator.
Now,
By
I also
far.
want to ask this. He said, oh my god, this face. Holy shit. Now, this dude, right? He was hyping up Game Pass. Like, oh my god, guys. There might be streams where I just say, okay, guys, Game Pass time. And he has not done a Game Pass thing ever. The only time he's been doing Game Pass stuff is when it's behind a paywall. But, like, currently now, he's talking about how he's gonna have some free time next week or whatever, and he doesn't know what games to play. But he doesn't want to do Game Pass stuff. And he's already debating playing Guardians of the Galaxy, so okay.
You can't even compare this year to a usual October. Okay?
Why?
Just on paper, just look at the games that
I
I'm
thought
playing.
last October was pretty
All
bland.
Right. Alan Wake Remastered. A remastered edition of an 11-year-old game with no new content, but better visuals and graphics.
It has video commentary, dude.
All right. Alan Wake Remastered. A remastered edition of an 11-year-old game with no new content, but better visuals and graphics. That'll have a nostalgia factor for maybe those who...
I really think it's ridiculous that he keeps doing these fucking, like, poses when he talks. Alright, guys, you see that Alan Wake came out. It's like, oh man. But I guess I kind of do it too. Feels funny, man.
And want to watch me replay the game in a modern setting with much better visuals. My god, the biggest improvement is the visuals. My original Alan Wake playthrough looked like shit because I was just using a camera.
Oh wow, cameras now look like shit, dude.
But now I actually have direct capture and everything. It's much better. So if that, in that regard, my god, you want to talk about an improvement. But let's face it, I already played the game many years ago, so this is not some giant difference. Okay. Far Cry 6 was it a new release? Yes, but sadly, it's an Ubisoft game that is in a series that literally everyone says
fucking
it's the
Ubisoft.
same game every time it comes out. And admittedly, Far Cry 6 is the same game again, only I feel it's the best one in the series because it's got the best visuals, the best controls,
best
the best
visuals.
mechanics,
I kind of felt 5 was
so
better.
Far, but still, it's
six
more of the
is
same.
good. It's just, but the fact that I was able to notice frame drops is pretty. That says something. That's a funny image, but it's not one that I care that much about.
No one's really hyped for that. Okay?
Okay.
What else? Back 4 Blood, the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, an 11-year-old franchise that
I
hasn't
think
really
Back
been
4 Blood was
around for
better.
a while, probably for good reason. Games have evolved a lot.
I wouldn't say it's like Left 4 Dead.
In the last
Back 4 Blood does
years,
improve a
playing game that
lot.
feels like a throwback game.
Like I don't remember. Can you move and heal in Left 4 Dead? I don't think you could. I think you had to stop. But I could be wrong. Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't think you could.
Isn't necessarily best for business in this modern era, I feel. Okay?
It's just a better game. I like Back 4 Blood. It's fun.
Lost Judgment.
Man, do you love how he fucking baited? I'm gonna play with members. Someday I'll do it. Wow. I bet no one saw that one coming.
It's another game in the Yakuza / Judgment series. It falls right in line with those games. It's gonna appeal to a certain audience, but not the mainstream audience. And Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, a game that's a collection of 2 games from the past that are 20 years old. So I
really cares about Super Monkey.
You're getting the point of what I'm trying to say. Normally in October, I would currently be juggling.
Okay, I kind of like
3 to 5 major new releases, and out of those, arguably 3 or 4 of them would be either new IPs or continuing blockbuster IPs. You know, we're
new IPs. I don't know, Phil. Like, new IPs have been rare. Like, game industries don't want to like fucking do it. But okay.
And shooters,
okay, buddy.
Franchises like Assassin's Creed, stuff like that, right? That's typically what I would be playing around this time of year. This year just...
But ask Keed. Ask Creed isn't a yearly release anymore, so of course it's not coming out this year. Watch, he's gonna say so next year. A new Ask Creed is gonna come out. The year after that, no Ask Creed is like, where's the games? Where did they go?
This hasn't happened. You could argue it's still Broketober because a lot of games are coming out. But let's be honest here, and I could easily pose this question to the viewing audience right now. There's over 400 people watching live, and I'm sure on YouTube on demand there'll be a lot of people watching this as well. Okay? How many of you actually are going broke this month because of video games? Right? In general, I think
Are you guys getting broke?
People are saying, well, everything's a re-release, so I pick maybe one or two, and I'm saving my money up. Maybe next month with Battlefield.
That's
and
how it's
Call of
always
Duty,
been
and I
with
can pick
people.
between those two first-person shooters, and next month you got Forza Horizon. Next month you got a new Pokemon.
This
game.
is
You got
a thing
stuff.
people do
December's Halo.
anyway.
And even then, Halo's under Game Pass, so it's kind of like.
Well, Game Pass still costs
Honestly,
money, DSP.
This year is just not the same. It really doesn't feel the same anymore. It doesn't. I feel like that vibe of the busiest fall gaming season when you are so invested in 100 games at once and you have to drop all this money to try to play them all and juggle them all. I'm not feeling that anymore. It feels like 2021 changed everything because COVID delayed so many games.
Now look how he's acting like this. In the past, he kept using the Dragon Age Inquisition time as reasons why he doesn't play a lot of games anymore. Like, oh, you guys were overwhelmed with games, so you guys are overwhelmed with games, so I decided to reduce the amount of coverage. And now it's like, there's not a lot of games to play, man. But okay.
The games that would have been coming out during this fall season, including games like Horizon Forbidden West, The God of War.
Man, remember when he assured us that those games did not have release dates, and now they did, and now they were delayed. But before they weren't. They couldn't be delayed. There was no release date. They just gave a window, dude.
Sequel, Elden Ring, all these games.
Elden Ring never even had a date.
They all got delayed till first quarter 2022.
Whatever.
And it almost feels like the first quarter of 2022 is the new hardcore gaming season, while the fall is just kind of a meh time where you might want to play some of the games, you might not, but you're not really missing out on any of that if you're not playing or buying all of these games. You know what I'm saying?
Those games always get delayed
now,
again.
For me, 13 years in the business as a content creator, every year I gear up full throttle for this busy gaming season. I try to get people to come to streams, and I use incentives like decorating the office or doing themed pop-ups. And
he does incentives anyways.
Month and all of that. And typically it works. Because
what incentives did he do last year that was so different than this year? Nothing. It's the same shit.
New games paired with all that hype stuff, people get engaged, people like the content, and they come out to support, all right?
But I just love that this dude puts so much emphasis on randoms that may not even stick around, but the people who stick around, well, they're nice. They can stay. They're cool, but I don't want these other people that, like, he keeps hyping it up. Like, you're gonna see people come back who's never been here, guys. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be popping. And it's like, why do you care about these nobodies? Like, I mean, yeah, it's nice to get more people to watch your streams and shit, but, like, he puts so much emphasis on it that it kind of poo-poos people who watch him.
Admittedly, I've been a full-time streamer now for over 4.5 years, and most of that time has been on Twitch. And what happens is over on Twitch, there's what's called discoverability. What that means is when you're on Twitch and you're streaming on Twitch,
there's no discoverability on YouTube. I mean,
people will say, "Oh man, that new game came out today. What is it? Oh, the Alan Wake remaster. I'm curious how it looks. I'm curious if it's any good. Let me see who's streaming it." And they type in Alan Wake remaster, and immediately on Twitch on their search engine, you'd see, "Oh, here's 100."
He swore to us when he was on Twitch that would never happen. Oh my god, this looks so. I don't know why, but this image is fucking creeping the shit out of me. God, I feel so uneasy. It's like his arm is like is so white. Like oh my god, look, he looks like he's a mannequin. It's so okay.
People who are playing the game today.
Oh my god, and it's still going.
Click through.
Oh my god.
Attention.
I don't know why I felt uneasy with that. But he swore that discoverability would never happen for him because he's a small streamer, dude. But now it will work. But there is a level of discoverability on YouTube because I somehow found Donkey and I found Game Ranks and all this stuff. Game Ranks, though I will say I've heard a lot of stuff about Game Ranks that I want to know more about because I kept hearing that they steal gameplay footage and all this stuff, and I kind of want to delve into that rabbit hole one day, but maybe not. I don't know. It is what it is. Someone's gonna be like, Theo, I can't believe you watch them. Let me tell you a story.
That on Twitch just for playing the new release. Okay. Well, as you guys know, this year I left Twitch and came over to YouTube because Twitch is falling apart at the seams, in my opinion. They're mistreating people who are streaming over there. There's tons of
Like he fucking cares about that. Yeah, he definitely cares about Twitch mistreating people.
Insanely bad business decisions.
When he was on Twitch and they were mistreating people, he didn't care. He didn't want to talk about it. But now that he's off, let me tell you how much I feel for them. Okay.
To the point where I determined I just can't continue to do business there. I had to lift my business from Twitch and put it over here on YouTube. And I knew.
Yeah, it's not because he could make money on YouTube. No, that's not why he left Twitch, guys. Totally not.
That there was going to be changes and shortcomings.
Like he probably, at most, if he was being honest about him wanting to stick it out on Twitch, I guarantee you, he sat there and started getting cold feet on the idea that he would have to be relying on only tips because he wouldn't have memory hole money anymore. That's honestly what super chats and members are. They're memory hole money. He gets a lot of them, and he wants you to not think about that, and he wants you to forget about that money that he got through that. So when he gets paid by YouTube, you don't realize it. You don't realize how much money he really made. So that way you'll always give him tips, and he'll always make a flat rate. He doesn't want you to think about it.
Being a full-time streamer on YouTube as opposed to being a full-time streamer on Twitch. And I will tell you, this is 100% one of the biggest changes and one of the biggest disappointing things about being a streamer on YouTube. There is no discoverability on YouTube at all.
I need to add more art to the
There was not a single person who in the month of October
want to change the bumper.
Came to my stream on YouTube because they said, oh, I was interested in seeing a new release and I wanted to see who was streaming it live, so I searched and I found you streaming it live and I'm joining your stream to see the new game. Zero. What I'm seeing this month is that my core viewer base, okay, which is roughly anywhere between 150 to 300 people who are always here for no matter what I play, are coming here no matter what I play to watch me play the games. But I am getting absolutely no discoverability on YouTube as opposed to what I used to get on Twitch.
Oh, no.
And sadly, when there's no new releases anyway that are big, high-profile AAA releases, that's like the double whammy. No one can find you playing the new games, and the new games aren't even that interesting to most people because it's a different kind of year this year because of COVID. So
yeah, it's COVID, guys. Totally.
Here's what I've noticed.
Not him.
Viewers
Again,
on my streams are down.
The problem, it's not the games, it's him. And it's gonna be a ongoing thing. He'll get short-term gains, guys, but it won't retain anything. Like, that's why he has to rely on whales to give him the hat and the vest. Because his content sucks. It's the same shit. I've done a whole video on it, and it's like, every time he brings this up, it makes me just want to just link that video.
It's absolutely true. Indisputable evidence.
And he refuses to change again. Like, just change your content again. Change it. Do a major change. Something that's going to shake the foundation of what you do. Like, and it can't be, well, this time I do a weekly night gameplay stream, whatever the fuck. Like, he claims that the chill streams are something new to his content and all this stuff. Do something else. Flip the games around. Maybe do a podcast where, like, you do something more than just talk. Like, he's so uncreative. Like, I do low-key have ideas, but I don't know how to execute these ideas that I have. And it's like, whatever. It's the conundrum I have when I'm like working on a comic, is that I draw it, I then get another idea for something else, another comic that's like really that I really want to do, but I want to finish one, and it's all that's going on, and it's like it kind of paralyzes me because of it. That's where I'm at. DSP doesn't get that, I bet. He doesn't know that pain like I do and other creative people.
Is the case.
Because I'm the best.
This time of year, I'd have a decent amount of average viewers. My average viewers are way down on every stream now. You know, I'm on night streams. I'm struggling to hold 200 viewers. and that's not good. You know, I want to have a variety of people here at all times enjoying my content.
I thought you
I'm
have a
Riot
variety of
streamer.
people as it is.
I
He yelled
purposely
at
play.
someone about how about the members, like, hey, you see that the people here are not the same that's been in this other stream because we're all different or whatever the fuck.
A large variety of games to try to.
Okay,
bring
honestly,
people.
this might just be a video on its own. I did not sign up for this. Let's watch this now.
So I guess very briefly,
that
talk about some
was
personal stuff
a
here,
mini intermission.
that I'm not too happy about, and it's very upsetting to me.
This is back into the data leaks, by the way. So get hyped. This is another change he did that he didn't tell anyone, that he was gonna do pre-streams like this now. It took him this long to realize that he doesn't need slideshows for a pre-stream. He finally figured it out.
All right, and not that I want to inundate you guys with this shit because it really, I just there's some stuff I got to get off my chest. I'm very upset about the bullshit that happened to me in regards to last month, where I was a victim of crimes, identity theft, and basically really fucked up stuff. You guys, see, the thing is, you guys don't even know the half of it, of what really happened, because I was advised legally not to talk about it publicly.
It was only half. We only know half, guys.
Happened to me behind the scenes. But suffice it to say, the stuff that went public, first of all, number one, isn't even 100% true. But on top,
by the way, shouts out Anon $300. I guarantee you, it is Sean just hiding his name, because the second he tipped Phil $300, everyone found his YouTube channel. Everyone found out that he likes Derek's. So suddenly he gets an Anon $300 tip.
top of that isn't even the half of it behind the scenes. But suffice it to say, the stuff that went public, first of all, number one, isn't even 100% true. But
how are these transactions not true? You're telling me that these transactions were doctored? How? Provide evidence.
On top of that, isn't even the half of it. Like, let me just put it this way. All right, once someone gets access to your data, they can then use that to do a lot of shit that's bad. Okay? And if you don't catch it right away, you basically now have to do a cleanup process in order to fix stuff. And that's not good. Okay?
Wait, someone does something bad to you, and then you have to fix the thing that happened? I'm glad DSP learned this lesson, because he would have learned, if he had this lesson earlier, he would have realized when he got laid off from the helicopter job, he could fill out another application to another job. But he didn't.
Okay? It was a huge mess for me being a victim of identity theft, because basically for a couple of weeks I had no funds that were active except for my PayPal stuff. All my funds that were, related to being paid from companies and bank account and stuff was all frozen for me. Which means, guess what? I couldn't pay anything. I had financial responsibility.
Now, again, I want everyone to go back to, like, the fall of 2017. When DSP started wearing long sleeve shirts, you'll notice a lot. And his Instagram, if you go far back enough, he was like, I gotta save money on the heating, guys. I have to wear long sleeves. Gotta save up on heating. This dude is, in October, the same amount of time that he'd be wearing long sleeves, is wearing short sleeves. So he's still paying his heating bill. I wonder how come in 2017 he had to beg for that, but then after that, he no longer an issue, no longer having to worry about saving money on heating. Why is he not concerned with trying to save enough time to turn on the heat? But yeah, he has responsibilities he didn't pay.
That I couldn't fulfill because I had no money. Everything was frozen for a couple of weeks because of fraud. So because of that, now not only do I have to clean up the whole situation, but now I'm behind on all my payments, and everyone hits me with a fucking late fee and shit. And I will say this, at least some of the companies were very nice, but not all of them. Some of them were
Wow.
like,
Wow.
okay, we
Some companies
understand
are nice.
the
Some
tough
companies
times
are
is
not.
an
Okay.
extenuating circumstance. We're gonna give you a pass, but some of them were not. Some of them were like tough shit. We have staunch policies. If you don't pay on time, you're in trouble. Late fee, and by the way, interest on top of late fee and shit. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously, like, what the fuck? So not only am I dealing with all of that, but whenever
I just love. Well, I just love that this guy has a wife, and the wife saw this happen, and is like, "I'm not paying for shit, Phil. You pay for it." But honey, my body is frozen. Not my problem. Nah. Oh my god.
something like this happens that's this serious, you got to get professionals and lawyers involved in everything, and I did. I had to do a major cleanup process because my stuff was so screwed up. I had basically emergency level. Now let me tell you something. As if lawyers aren't expensive enough. All right? Imagine now telling a lawyer that you now need something done quickly. That's like one of the most expensive things you could do is tell someone in the legal field that you need something done quickly, because that means they have to drop everything to do it, but that also means that they're going to bill you out the ass. Okay? So
yeah,
on top of
this is how it is.
everything that happened to me, all right, the bullshit and drama online, which as usual is always fucking full of nonsense, but whatever. Neither here nor there, because I've been through it so many times. Who even fucking cares about that shit anymore, right?
Yeah, who cares?
But then having to basically have, freeze accounts, close accounts, open accounts, transfer, late fee, back fee, this, that, new agreement, because now my agreements that were in place are fucked up because they're defaulted. There got to be new agreements now, this and that. I got a bill yesterday for $1,500.
You got a bill
for this shit that I basically had to have legal representation and everything. And I'm like, oh my god, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
This dude had back taxes that were like $17,000. And he's freaking out over $1,500. That's an amount of money he can make in a month. He can make it in a week. And he's like, $1,500. Oh my god.
You know, like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Out of, I knew I was gonna get billed, and I knew I had to do it. There's nothing I could do about it. I absolutely
He had to do it, guys.
Had to do this. There was no other way to go about it. I had to get stuff fixed because of the situations. Keep in mind, this is not just I'm a normal guy with a bank account and a few bills. I'm a guy who has all these arrangements in place with the federal government and stuff for back taxes and shit. And it's a lot of work to get shit cleared up when you get fucked over like this. Because this is something that was not my fault. You know what I mean? Like, this is someone going in, getting access to one account, another account, screwing with all of that behind the scenes without my permission, and fucking over all my financials. And then on top of that, now I've defaulted on everything because I couldn't fix it right away. This is bad. Special K, if you spam the fucking chat one more time with your nonsense, I'm going to ban you.
Listen to this.
I'm tired of you. He's an idiot. This guy is a complete idiot, and I'm going to fucking just ban him right now. He's a moron who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Because you're just sitting here to try to derail the stream and try to contradict everything I'm saying. You can go fuck yourself. No, really. You could go fuck yourself, because I'm the one who just fucking went through all this for 2 fucking months. I'm not going to listen to your fucking stupid bullshit because you want to act like you know better.
Listen
go
to
fuck
that.
yourself. Get the fuck out.
Now I've said this on Twitter. You could tell the moment DSP remembered that he's a victim of identity theft. He was just going on his usual thing where he's like, oh, you're an idiot. You're just contradicting me, all this stuff. And then his brain clicked, Phil, you're a victim of a crime. He's like, I am a victim of a crime. I'm a victim of a crime.
Go fuck. Fucking just ban him right now. He's a moron who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He's a moron?
You're just sitting here to try to derail the stream and try to contradict everything I'm saying. You can go fuck yourself. No, really.
You can go fuck yourself.
Really. You could go fuck yourself, because I'm the one who just fucking went through all this for 2 fucking months.
He just
I'm
remembered.
not gonna listen to your fucking stupid bullshit because you want to act like you know better. Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out.
I don't remember
I'm not
what
gonna
he
deal
said
with your
either.
dumb shit today when I'm trying to be fucking real with my audience. Fuck you. God damn, I hate fucking idiots like this.
God damn, I hate fucking idiots, man. What's up, Snow Carl?
Jesus Christ. Okay. So anyway. I mean, the good news is I did get most of the stuff fixed. the bad news is, it cost me a ton of money. So now on top of all the other shit going on in my life, like I don't have enough, right? Like I God forbid.
Does he
that I
think
share
people
something
have like
personal with
no
you, like, tell you
problems
that
in
I have an
life?
issue with
Like,
my shower or something, because then people have to make a big deal about it. But all that is going on, and then on top of that, now I get a bill for $1,500, right? Now, here's the thing about this kind of fucked up stuff. It's one thing to troll someone online and to spread defamation or slander, whatever you want to call it, and put it all over the internet and ruin my online reputation and all of that. It's another thing to concretely steal
this
money
information
from me.
you already said, DSP.
That is what has happened here.
Don't really.
This is concrete theft of money. It's another thing to concretely steal money from me. That is what has happened here.
But you chose to hire a lawyer and all these people, and you chose to expedite it. Like, he could have just easily just called the bank, said, "Hey, my card's been stolen. I need to change this. I need to change whatever, that kind of stuff." I mean, sure, like he said earlier. I don't know if he said it, he's gonna say it, but I do agree that like with stuff like this, I would feel comfortable getting someone who's a professional and all this stuff. I mean, but I wouldn't. But that's still a decision I made, and I'd be like, yeah, I had to pay this much. I wouldn't consider this theft because I chose to get help. But okay.
This is concrete theft of money that should be going to things that I need to pay. I need to pay my taxes. I need to pay my back taxes. I need to pay my utilities. I need to pay my mortgage. I need to pay the internet bill. I need to buy games for my business. I need to put food.
You don't need to buy games for your business. You have a lot of games you could go back to and play, DSP. He really needs to learn that he could play any game and get an audience. He doesn't need to buy new games, but he needs to.
Food in the mouths of my family members.
Wait, what?
Taxes. I need to pay my utilities. I need to pay my mortgage. I need to pay the internet bill. I need to buy games for my business. I need to put food in the mouths of my family members.
I really, really love games rank above giving food to Jasper and Cat. And it's even funnier. It's even funnier to me. It's the toxic Theo's coming out. It's really funny that Cat's not paying for food. Like, she doesn't want to eat. She's like, yeah, like, this is how pathetic DSP must be. This must be how insecure he is about life. He feels like he needs to pay money for food. Like, he needs to be the breadwinner when Cat's the breadwinner. You know, it's fine if he wants to participate in paying the bills and stuff. That's fine. But talking like this really, really paints the picture that Cat does nothing for the household, which I will personally say I don't believe. I think she pays something. But Dizu wants us to believe that she does nothing, and then gets mad when we assume she doesn't pay anything. So how come it's only your responsibility to pay for utilities and pay for food on the table? Why can't Kat do that? She has a job. And of course, it's minimum wage, so it might not be enough. But where's the money going for her then? Like, it's just clown world with him, and it's such a meme to sit there like, I have to provide for my family. Like, at this point, he should have stayed single. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. He should get a divorce. It would help him. He'd be able, because this would actually be honest. Because what he's saying now is nonsense. Because I really find it hard to believe that Kat would not want to pay for food. Like, really, she isn't gonna pay for food. You know what would be hilarious, right? If someone said, "Well, DSP, what's for dinner tonight?" And he's like, "Ah, we're having a grinder." But I thought he need money to pay for food. He was able to eat all month, and he's saying that the trolls prevent from buying food. How are we able to eat food then, dumbass? Oh my god, this gets so. Oh man.
Okay, these are my life priorities. I was just robbed of a significantly amount of money. Because I had.
He got $1,000. He got a few $100s and a $300 tip. He just got a $300 tip during this stream. He has a lot of money. Enough to cover that payment. Just saying.
I had to go through hoops to fix all the shit this fucking piece of shit.
But he was robbed, dude. He was robbed. Even though he was able to eat every day. He had food on the table every day, but he was robbed. He couldn't provide for his family while living in a house, having heating, having electricity, having internet, and having food. But he was robbed and he couldn't provide those things, the things that he's doing now. I mean, there are literally people who decide to turn off the lights in their house for a period of time so they don't pay a lot on their electric bill. Do you think DSP's doing that shit?
Shit fucked up for me, and now it cost me a ton of money. That's money that was stolen from me. That is not money that was, oh, that's a necessary business expense. This person
It's not th- it's not necessary to hire an attorney. Then why did you hire him, DSP? Nice.
committed federal
Someone must have told him that. Oh man, it's like they robbed you, and he's like, it is. Oh my god! And he got excited, and he got like the gears started turning and how to use it to make money, and he got really excited to be a victim. He gets off to it. I guarantee. I have a feeling this dude, man.
crimes against me, and now I have I'm gonna have to pay this money. I already yesterday I had to dump $500. $500 that should have went towards important stuff went to this.
This isn't important. He says this like it's some sad thing, but he's kind of making it sound worse because it really makes it sound as if he's wasting his money to pay an attorney to fix this crime that's important and would have like damage. It's a waste of money to do this. Oh, okay. I mean, if that's how you want to portray it, and then he's gonna get mad if you say, "Well, why did you buy this? Why did you pay this attorney?" He'll get mad at you because he'll say it's necessary. If it's necessary, then why talk about it like, "Oh, I was robbed"? Why compare it to robbery if it's necessary? Like, like people compare like when companies like Netflix or whatever, even Nintendo with their Nintendo Online expansion, that it's robbery because I guess not Nintendo because it's a tier they have to get into, but like Netflix, when they increase the price for subscriptions, like they just up the price, people say, well, this is robbery. Like we agreed on this payment, and now they're increasing the price and taking more money. Like that, people can compare that to robbery because it's like, you know. But this is like he's paying for stuff that's necessary, and it's compared to robbery.
And now I gotta pay it slowly. That's the other thing too. Okay? The other thing is, when it comes to this, I don't have the money. I just don't have the money to pay it all right now. So I paid as much as I could. I dropped $500 yesterday, my first payment. Every month I don't pay in full, there's new fees and interest added. So even though I owed $1,500, okay, great, $1,500. I paid $500. Oh, you owe $1,000, but that's all I can pay for this month. So next month I'll owe way more because now there's fees and interest because you didn't pay it in full.
How come you didn't ask for the price, and then just I don't know. I mean, like, come on, man.
And that's how it works in America. Ladies and gentlemen, in the United States of
Like, and also remember, his mom gave him $5,000 for taxes. He didn't think, well, this is an important fee. I don't have the money to cover it. I only have 500. I need $1,000. And maybe you could ask Kat to see if she could lend him like an X amount of money, and then ask his parents for an X amount of money. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sure, people are gonna say, "Well, Theo, he's asking for his parents. That's fucked up." Like, I'm sorry if I had a kid. Let's say that the world is just gonna be getting another Theo on the planet. Let's say a wild Theo appears, and he tells me that this happened to him. I'd help out. Like, I'd help my son or daughter to over this because this is fucked up. And I don't know. I mean, I kind of like would love my family members enough to help them out. So I wouldn't necessarily say this would be bad for him to do because at least this is something that's like concretely like necessary for him. But no, it's way easier to use as a begging tactic though. That's way better than that because the other way will be a definitive payment that he could just pay versus, oh, why not have an ongoing payment that has a ambiguous end date? Because he just said that, oh, this thing will be $1,500, right? Like $1,500 to pay, and if he doesn't pay it every month, it will just keep going up. noticed that he could have paid it all in one payment and get it done with. And then it tells us that the amount will always keep increasing every month that he can't pay it. So yeah, this will be another thing to add on to the begging, that will just have an ambiguous end date. I said this before when Josh Poems brought up the leak, the shower leak, and he never really addressed that any progress to get it done. You notice how with anything in his life, anything that has an end date, we never hear. We never hear about when something is done. He brings up a problem, but never brings up when the problem is resolved. Only when it starts, not when it's resolved. But then when you ask if it's resolved, that's personal information. Fuck off. So this shower stuff, we will never know if it's finished. We'll never know. It's a mystery. This we'll never know when it's done. We didn't know how long the back taxes were. He told us it was done in 2018. Then said it's ongoing. So he tells us now he's still paying back taxes. So when is it gonna end? We will never know because it's not beneficial for us to know when things are over.
Of America, that's what they consider business. Yeah.
That's what they consider business. Hold on. All right. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. Okay, so excuse me for doing it. You know what I mean? I want to hear what I was gonna say something. I don't remember what it was.
It's an interest because you didn't pay it in full, and that's how it works in America, ladies and gentlemen. In the United States of America,
I remember.
That's what they consider business. Yeah.
So you see, I was like, well, see, that's what they consider business. They tax income and all this stuff, interest and all this stuff, right? This dude has went on record to say, "Oh, guys, we had a slow stream. I hope we can make up for it tomorrow," and all this stuff. Like he brings up, like he has his own form of interest that he adds to his fucking streams. Because he says, "Well, guys, like I know the goal says 150, but like." And we hit the goal, but guys, I didn't hit the tips goal in like weeks, so more money would help, catch up with all those slow streams. So this dude has his own form of interest, and and honestly, I didn't think about it until he said this because I was like, wait a second, because he's complaining about interest because if you can't afford to pay something like whatever, they add more money to it for you to pay or whatever. And I'm just like, wait, DSP, you do that too. It's just not as it's not as required, I will say, as interest payments are, because they always attach interest payments to payments that you need to pay anyway. But this is like it's like an optional interest that's added to the tips goal. Like yeah, he could have the tips goal be 150, hits that, but if you didn't hit the goal in like 5 streams, he'll have like optional interest for the whales to tip to make up for that. It's really weird, and it's kind of funny to look at it that way. That he adds his own form of interest to his tips.
So there's nothing I can do about it.
Nothing I can do.
Slowly do what I can do.
The whales have nothing they can do about that.
And it's my day off too. This is the other thing, it's my day off, and I'm actually when the news hit, I was in the kitchen. I was washing vegetables and preparing them and stuff for meals for the week while Kat was getting ready to go out, and I'm cleaning everything and I'm doing stuff, and then I get this news. I'm like, what the?
How does he get this news?
I had no clue.
Guys, I was cooking food, and then I heard the news that this attorney. Wait a sec. Oh my god. DSP told us when he first, like in the first video that we watched, that he knew the amount was gonna be a lot of money. Like, oh, it's gonna be like $1,000 to fix and all this stuff. And in this video, he's surprised that it costs money. Like, dude, was he expecting that the attorney to do this for free? Like, why? He told us it costs a lot of money. He's like, guys, I can't believe it. They want to be paid. Oh my god, I can't believe it. They expected payment. Like, of course. And yeah, like of course they expected payment.
going to be that much money. I was hoping it would be like $500, $1,500.
Bruh. Dude. Dude.
Trying to get this horrible thing fixed. Talking with people. Instead of going out with my wife and having a good day, which I should have after a 6-day work week, I sat around all day making phone calls, sitting on my computer, talking with. Because when so much has now been done, I mean, this is something that's actually been ongoing for a while, and I wasn't aware of it. Here's the good news, though. My social media, on everything, none of those could be two-factor authorization. What? Someone accessed my info because of this. That's a legal liability. Everything's online. Why am I like I should have had and deserved after a 6-day work week? I'm sitting time, and I hate to say it, money to fix. Because this is not something that's going to be cheap. Now I have to get people involved who have to be paid.
It's not going to be cheap.
And it's like, gee, I wonder, because of a tax attorney who I have it in fucking writing right here. Years, I was in a situation screwed with.
Whatever. You know what I'm like trying to find. He said it would cost thousands of dollars, and now he's telling us that he thought it was going to cost $500.
$100. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
This is fucking fake. Okay, Toxic Theo is fucking here. This fucking guy, man, is sitting there like, guys, like he tells us when he first announces it, guys, this is gonna be $1,000 to fix, like $1,000, man, it's gonna be a lot of money. And then he gets the bill, guys, it was $1,500. I can't believe it. And they want to get paid, guys. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's like subscribing to a thing and then be like, what? I have to pay $15 again? What the fuck? I didn't know that. Like, dude, you said it was gonna be thousands of dollars to fix. Now he thought it was $500, and man, I got the bill. I was doing this, and I was told I now owe this. Oh my god.
And it really,
this dude really sells the man-child mentality. He really sells it because, I mean, this is how children would think. What? I have to pay these lawyers to do things now? What? A bill? $1,500?
Basically put me
Dental
in a
plan.
really bad mindset. It did. It put me in a really bad mindset. Because now it's like, this is supposed to be my day off.
This dude sounds like he's gonna kill someone. Like, guys, it put me in a bad mindset last night. Let me just say, Cat might not be sleeping in the same room with me tonight. Like, what the fuck? It sounds so ominous for no reason.
How am I supposed to enjoy my day off?
Just say I'm stressed.
Now I know. Oh, guess what, Phil? Now for the next several months, any money you make is basically going to this. Because if you don't, you're going to get financially fucked yet again. And by the way, while you're paying this, now you can't pay the other things you're supposed to be paying. You know? So, I just wanted you guys to understand something. Again, there's a difference between...
Again, guys.
Oh.
Just give me money.
I make fun of Phil. Oh. We talk slanderous and defamatory stuff about Phil online and ruin his reputation because we could get views on videos and streams and stuff like that. That's one thing entirely. Okay? Committing identity theft and federal crimes against me... Alright? It's not funny. That's not a joke. It's not even like for personal benefit. Like this person who did this. What did they get out of it besides knowing that
they wanted evidence, dude.
Right? Nothing.
They heard Phil. They listened to you and they said, Phil wants us to have evidence of wrongdoing. I'm gonna get it. And then the guy did the thing. So maybe that's what happened.
Absolutely nothing. They didn't benefit. There wasn't any way that they were going to be able to steal money and shit. I'm not dumb. I'm going to notice when these things are happening because that's exactly what was.
Wait.
Absolutely nothing.
Listen to this.
They didn't benefit. There wasn't any way that they were going to be able to steal money and shit. I'm not dumb. I'm going to notice when these things are happening because that's exactly what was happening. This person was trying to authorize payments and money movement in my name that wasn't real because I didn't authorize it, but they were trying to do it all behind the scenes online.
I'm not dumb. I would have noticed it happening, but that's what was happening. These transactions lasted for years. Like you're telling me that these transactions just happened to sit there and didn't clear for years? Usually things clear within a week, a few days, whatever. I mean, the Apple payments is fucking clear. Like how do they not how do they just sit there? It's kind of silly. And if and the other thing that kind of shoots this in the ass is the WWE Champions account is still going. It's still like doing things in the app. I don't know what it's doing now, but it's doing shit. So if he did stop the fraudulent stuff, then shouldn't the WWE Champions account not be able to do anything now? Like, shouldn't he not be able to get the cards he's been getting lately? Because I think he's still getting like the good decks and all this stuff. So if he did end it, that should have been stopped too, but it's not. So these accounts were cleared. This is stuff that happened, like a year ago. Come on.
Line without my permission and fucked it. Basically, they were doing many different ways. They were trying to empty and overdraw my bank account and really fucked up stuff. Let's just put it that way. Okay.
They tried to overdraw your account. Your account was overdrafted in 2018. You complained about it a lot in 2018. So, I mean, you know.
Massive detail about it. But basically, you know what I mean? Like, this is beyond, oh, I don't like Phil, and so I'm just going to fuck with him online or say that he's a jerk or whatever. You know, or even to the point, oh, I make stuff up to ruin his reputation. This is, I actually want to steal from Phil. I actually want to steal from Phil.
How do they want to steal from you if they don't get the money? The lawyer's getting the money, so maybe the lawyer was in on it. Guys, theory. The lawyer the whole time that he's paying the money, he was in on it. He was like, yo, let's do some shit. And he did the shit. This is why people don't like lawyers, obviously.
I want to rob this man so that his family and everything doesn't have a way to live anymore. Like, that's essentially what it is.
But Kat has a job. Kat literally has a job. Again, does she not pay? Is she hoarding money? Is she a dragon?
I am now robbed of $1,500. $1,500 that should have been going towards important things. It will be gone.
Wait, 1,500 or 500?
I have to pay it. It will be gone.
It will be gone.
I will never get back. It's just stolen from me outright, just theft because of this scumbag.
But you know, chose.
And what I hate about all this is that, again, this is like the Wild West, the internet. No one is going to figure out who this guy is. I know they're not. No one's ever going to figure out who this guy is, no matter how. Oh, we have IP addresses or whatever. They're never going to figure out who this person was. It's going to be like everything else online. Online, everything is the Wild West. There's no law. There's no rules. There's nothing. Everyone gets away with everything.
No,
right?
what?
So.
I don't think that's true. I don't think you can do stuff online and get away with it. Like, if you pay someone to kill someone, you wouldn't get in trouble for that? No, man, that's online. It's the internet. I use a VPN, guys. You can't track me down. Like, what? Oh, okay.
For me, this is an insanely stressful,
maybe in the Burnell household,
life-altering situation. Because not only do I have to change everything in my life, I have to recreate things from the start. Accounts that I've had for 20 plus years, I have to make new ones, and I have to basically do all the security stuff now. I had to put my whole credit it was already fucked. Let me put it this way: my credit was already fucked. Now it's just doubly fucked because now
dude. He bragged about how his credit was fucked, and it didn't matter now. He's like, guys, good thing my credit is fucked, right? Now my credit's super duper fucked.
I had to put all alerts and fraud reports out there on my credit reports and stuff, which that hurts your credit too. You know what I mean? Like,
that's kind of silly, though. You know what I'm thinking about? A little political Theo's coming out again. I think that's kind of dumb that if you put a fraud alert out, that fucks your credit. I mean, I guess it's so that, like, I guess the idea would be people would just claim payments would be fraudulent, so they don't want people to do that, so they have the consequence for that, but it just punishes victims, which is kind of dumb. I think they could like look at the transaction and be like, oh, this transaction was here and okay, and it doesn't hurt the credit. But if it's something that's like more like it you know it's just I think it's kind of weird that it's a system that punishes a victim, kinda. But whatever.
man. And I don't think the
Maybe I
people
don't know how
who
life works. I
cover
am a
this stuff,
troll.
oh, we're gonna make drama videos about it, right? I don't think they on top of everything. It's messed up, man. And I don't think the people who cover this stuff, oh, we're gonna make drama videos about it, right? I don't think they understand the extent of what they do prompts people to keep doing this kind of shit.
He says this, but like, what if I said that about DSP? Well, DSP doesn't know that because he lets a lot of shit slide in his chat. Like he lets Snowcrawl do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, and he let OIC do shit all the time. Vidar Viking and all these things. And DSP doesn't understand that not like standing up against fucked up shit that they do is enabling them to do that shit. He doesn't understand that. And but he tells the trolls that the trolls need to understand when they make videos, they might have consequences. Like, of course, like people can watch a video and think of anything to do. Like, it's the same debate that people have about media. Oh well, guys, do you think video game like this is the meme? Guys, I think video games are causing people to kill people. Like that's nonsense because like that's not true. Not everyone that plays a video game has done that. Not everyone that watches a troll video does the things that happen. Like, it's kind of ludicrous to put all the onus on the content creator. Like there's a time and place for things and there's a lot of nuance to that. But for a guy, DSP is the guy that loves talking about nuance and the world isn't black and white and all this stuff when it comes to him. But when it's the trolls, it's black and white for them. They have to decide what's right and what's wrong and all this stuff, but there's no nuance for them. But the nuance is only for the king, buddy.
I don't think that the person who did this to me would have done it if I had not been the target of the ire of the internet.
How do you know
for
that
so many
though?
years. If people would
Like,
just let
identity theft is not a rare crime. It's not a crime that affects one person. Everyone is a victim to this. I mean, anyone could be as well. Like, shit happens. Crimes happen. I know, DSP. It's crazy to think that people would break the law. I know it's insane. I can't believe it, but it happens.
me the fuck alone and let me just do my little streams, which is all I really care about, having fun with a small, more intimate audience here on YouTube.
Why does he want a small intimate audience when he literally complained? Like, this dude says, oh, I have a small intimate audience. Guys, when the Grand Theft Auto Reimagined comes out, oh man, let me tell you, you're gonna see people who have never been here in days. Oh my god, you're gonna see a lot of people. It's gonna be popping. But he loves his intimate audience, guys. He loves them. That's why he did a state of the stream address talking about how, guys, the views are down. I have only a small audience and no one's here, but there's no discoverability, man. Oh, but man, let me tell you about this new audience.
If you just leave me the fuck alone and stop harassing me and stop slandering me for your own personal benefit, this person who's a nut job, obviously, who thinks it's okay to commit federal crimes, probably wouldn't have cared about me.
Don't think he thinks that. I mean, the post, he literally says that he's expecting to go to jail. He said it's a crime, it's don't do it, it's bad and all this other stuff, but whatever.
Done it. But I'm sorry, when you create
at least he's sorry though.
Online toxic mentality, all right, of, oh, this guy is okay to fuck with because of this reason, this reason, this reason, this reason, and by the way, every single reason there isn't even truthful. It's fucking slander, it's defamation, it's twisting the...
This is wild, because I don't like Jeff Bezos. Does that mean that I want him to like, for super bad shit to happen? No. I mean, there's people I don't like. That doesn't mean I want bad things to happen to them. And yeah, people do stuff to them, that's on them. I mean, it's not on me.
Truth for your own purposes so you can make a drama video. This is what happens. This is the end result. Thank God I'm the person I am and I've been through the ringer. A normal person, I've talked to people in the last month or so who said to me, I don't know how you put up with it. I don't know how. No, these are outsiders. These are not people who live on the internet and have online presence like I do or we do. We spend a lot of time on the internet, and a lot of our lives are on the internet. These people are not like
You know what's funny? Like, when the Christian thing was going on, a lot of people were saying on online, like, they're like memes about, like, oh man, excuse me. Imagine having to explain to your mom about Christian. Like, imagine explaining that to someone who doesn't live on the internet. Like, that's more of like a whiplash than this. Like, it. I think in like the early YouTube era, this would be like he would have a point, but I think people can fathom uh what's going on with him, you know? But whatever.
that. These are people who don't have that. They have kind of offline lives, although I'm sure they have an online
But
presence. It's not
I'm
like
sure the way that DSP describes it sounds insane because it's DSP. I mean, he could make a paper cut sound like a life or death situation.
us. They're not on the internet all day doing shit. And they
Guys,
turn to me and say,
I got a paper cut and so much blood came out. I was like, "Oh my god, guys. I thought I was seeing my life go across my face."
what we've heard happen to you, we can't imagine how you cope with it. And I'm like, if I were another person, I probably wouldn't. If I were another person, I'd probably be fucking in a mental institution or talking to a psychiatrist right.
Oh my god, this dude. You know, on a side note, okay, it's gonna be a big side note. For a guy who did a whole segment on depression and hate live and how it's serious and all this stuff, this dude keeps highlighting all this mental stuff in such a fucked up light. And again, every day, I'm just thinking like, this dude, like, I weep for the people who thought that he was sincere during that video because it's such bullshit. This dude sat there and was like, well, if I was put through the ringer, man, if I was someone else, oh man, I have to go to a mental institution. If you have all this risk in their life, they wouldn't go to a mental institution, dumbass. They'd probably just, I don't know, they'd probably just not go online. They'd probably not use the internet. They probably wouldn't, like, if they were doing YouTube videos and this was going on, they'd probably stop making YouTube videos. They'd probably just not do anything anymore. Like, there are people who have literally uploaded YouTube videos. Something happens to them, and then they stop uploading. I mean, this is half like there was a thing I heard, and I didn't even know this, but the voice actress for Makoto in Persona 5, the English dub, she does not stream, like, she games and all that, but she doesn't stream. She doesn't want to stream on Twitch or anything like that because she doesn't want to uh run the risk of getting like people just making fun of how she games and all this stuff, so she doesn't want to do that. Like, that's going on. So this stuff has happened to many people. They either just don't do videos, like a certain gamer that did a Persona 5 playthrough before she stopped and moved to Washington. Uh like, this shit happens. And these are like, well, man, let me tell you, I'd probably go to a mental institution, see a therapist. People see therapists for much more like serious like reasons than a guy was mean to me on YouTube. Like, it's really really fucking, and it's kind of, as I said, it's just fucked up how negative of a light he puts on it, and then kind of insinuating that only weaklings go see therapy is such a negative stigma to put on therapy. You know, like, therapy is good for people who need it, and therapy might help you out. Therapy exists for a reason, whatever. But to sit there and be like, well, if I was a weaker man, I'd go see a therapist. It's kind of a negative outlook to have, and it's kind of fucked up too. So there's the side note, guys.
Right now, for losing my mind with how badly I've been treated and abused online. But
This dude claimed, by the way, again, claimed he has depression, but he doesn't seek therapy and all this stuff. He's not losing his mind and all this stuff, but he has depression, guys. But he doesn't do all these other things. Okay.
the truth of the matter is, I've been through the ringer with so many people being so nasty to me for so long that I'm kind of like desensitized to it. You know what they say? You're like punch drunk because of it. So many people say so many nasty things about me that are unfounded, that have nothing.
Then
to
why
do
do you
with
keep getting
anything,
mad about it?
and aren't
He
true.
literally yelled at Special K about something, but he doesn't
At
care,
this
guys.
point, I don't react to it or care about it no
You
more.
reacted to
In this
Special
case,
K.
I have to react and care about it because you just stole from me. You just cost me time and money. The time so much wasn't as bad as now I'm losing significant amounts of money because of
This dude literally cried about time, and when he announced it, he cried about not spending time with Jasper and Kat. But now it's not so bad. The money is bad. This video so far has shot everything he said in the video that Ang Lee uploaded. Like it's like two different DSPs. The other one, and this is the fake bullshit that he keeps trying to pass on. Like he's saying, "See, I'm more level-headed now. I'm cool. I don't overreact." And this was him doing that. This was him acting rational and level-headed, just be like, "Guys, this happened, man. It is what it is." And then you have this where it's like so fucked up, man. Like this is how he reacts. This is the Chicken Little shit. This is the pretend to not care attitude Phil. This is the Chicken Little Phil.
scumbag. Okay? It's pretty fucked up. And then the fucked up thing on top of all of that is, of course, it never ends, right? For example, I no longer have a Teespring account. It's closed. I'm trying to figure out why. I don't know. They closed it.
No, literally, he's like, I don't know why they closed it. And he acts so surprised by it, but he didn't really sell anything there. And the people who bought stuff, they already bought stuff. Like it's not a lot of money, I don't think.
I have no idea what happened. I'm trying to talk.
The way that he describes it.
Like, what is going on? I'm not getting any answers. They just closed my account. No explanation. Zero. I never got a notice about it. Nothing. Now I've been with Teespring for over 4 years. What happened? I don't know. They didn't say a word to me. They literally just
Now Raw Dark Dave, whatever. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, buddy. But he brought up something that I didn't even think of. So Teespring has an inactive clause in their terms of service. If you have an account that's inactive for like 6 months or so or whatever, you have the right to terminate it. So DSP has not uploaded a new design in 6 months, and I doubt people have bought anything from there within 6 months. So they probably closed it for that reason. The other reason that people are suspecting is that it could just be a copyright claim. It could be DMCA that's going on with that. Now, if we are to believe it's the inactive rule, this is a rule that people would love for Patreon to have. And I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. It's a rule I understand. I understand why people would want that rule, and I get it. It's just that it would be hard for these sites to really validate that kind of reason, like especially with Patreon. Teespring I can understand because that's at least a product that they're selling, and if they're not selling the product anymore, like why have it? That makes more sense. Patreon, like if the Patreon reward goes through something that's off-site, how would Patreon know that you delivered or if you didn't? That kind of thing. So I'm a little bit whatever on that. But Teespring, I kind of understand a little bit more.
close the account. Done. Huh? Why? No answer. Waiting? No answer. I'd love to sit here and be like, well, guys, here's what happened. I don't know. They don't care. This reminds me of what happened earlier this year with Streamlabs. They just closed it. You can't take tips anymore. Why? I don't know. They never responded. They didn't bother. They don't care. Who knows? You want to know what it probably is? Likely people harassing me. Likely what people did.
Now, I also wanna bring up this clip again. My favorite clip, the best clip.
By the way, what's hilarious about this? Okay, we're getting closer to the end of this. Nasty things to me when I have a stream going and I don't have a lot of stuff that I've raised on that stream. They actually get jolly. It's going up and up and up. At one point, it was like 320 people, and now since Sean tipped, it has now dropped 50 people. Oh shit! He did good tonight. Oh man, he needs the fuck out of here, man. This is fucking ridiculous. These people are so fucking pathetic, man.
They're so pathetic, and yet they got bank statements from him. They closed his Teespring account. They closed his Streamlabs account, and all this stuff. But man, trolls are so losers, such
is they
losers.
probably
And then he says that like the trolls have not ruined his life and all this stuff. It's like he just wants them to like up the ante more and more, which is kind of wild.
sent a bunch of harassing messages to Teespring. By the way, if you don't know, Teespring rebranded this year. They're now called Spring. And with their rebranding, apparently they had a change in cultural shift. So here we go. Apparently,
So, first off, Teespring probably changed the name because they sell more than just t-shirts. So they probably thought it was more appropriate to call it Spring since they sell more than that now. Uh, and I love the negative connotation to cultural shifts from the guy who says that he changed for the better. He was so negative back in the day when he was making racial humor and all this stuff. Oh, that was negative and toxic and fucked up. I'm now way better. I'm PC, guys. I'm cool. But when other companies do it, wow, guys. Let me tell you, they changed again. It's you can really tell that DSP really fucking cares about the stuff that people were accusing him of, like the racial jokes and all that. You can definitely tell that he took that to heart.
what Spring was trying to do is be a more positive company. And I guess what happened is in the last several years, Teespring got into a lot of trouble for having merchandise that was very polarized politically and stuff like that. So
I didn't know it
how
was
much do you want to
political.
bet?
Like, is racism political now? Like, if someone's selling racist merch, are we gonna say that's political? That's radicalized political merch? Whatever. I mean, I don't even know what he's even talking about, to be honest. I didn't even hear about any drama with Spring and political radicalization
Someone probably sent in a bunch of harassing shit, okay?
with stuff I said.
That they probably sent it in and said, oh, look at Phil. He's done this over the years and done that over the years and done this over the years. And all they did was spin it in a way that's not truthful or is so one-sided. And it's like, they probably sent them things from 10 years ago or whatever. And for some reason, after over 4 years of being with Teespring, they just said, fuck it. We don't want complaints. Close the account. Right? Right?
Right? I don't know. Is it right? I don't know.
I don't know because I got no answer. I wish I had an answer. I wish I had answers for you guys. I don't. I have absolutely no.
This is like speculation,
about
Phil.
what's really going on?
And that's kind of fucked up.
They
You
won't
told
answer
us
me.
that. You told us
They won't
that
answer
it's
me,
fucked up to
obviously.
speculate. Why are you speculating? It's fucked up.
There's no way for me to know what's happening. So,
Oh well.
So there's no Teespring, and I don't. Here's the thing. What's the point of me setting up a new Teespring account if it could just get closed again, and I don't know why, right? Likely, if they close the first one, they're going to close another one, right? So why even set another one up? Now, I'm well aware that there are many other competitors to Teespring that have sprung up, no pun intended, in the last 5+ years. And a lot of them are very good. I actually have heard of some really good merch companies that actually, some people say they're much better than Teespring.
Wow, they're better quality than Teespring. Fancy that. The thing that he can't do anymore sucks. But the thing he could do is better quality. Wow, guys. Crazy.
The quality and
I don't have a gamer PC, but my Mac is pretty cool. I think my Mac is pretty nifty. It can play Skullgirls. That's all I need.
Pricing and things like that. So I could.
But you
but
can't
the question
play,
is, why was that even shut down? What if? This is the thing, I don't know. What if there was a situation where someone tried to, like, for example, because this has happened to me before in the past, someone claims that a piece of artwork they submitted to me is their legal property, and how dare Phil use this without my permission or whatever. And what if that was the case and they closed it because of that? Now, what's to stop that from happening on another site?
It could happen on YouTube. It could happen anywhere.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you guys. This is frustrating to me because the only reason I had a Teespring account was because of you. When I became a full-time streamer in 2017, you guys told me we'd like to support you in other ways than stream interactions. Is there other ways? Can you get some merch or something? I said, sure. And I opened a Teespring, and a bunch of people submitted designs, and those are designs that were really awesome.
That he was making money off, not them. Oh man, I don't think we'll ever see that art again. Remember that shitty shirt? There was 2 shitty shirts. Part of me kind of wish I bought it just to look how garbage it is in person. it was the zombie hunter shirt or whatever, the one where it's like DSP at a crossroads and he was like shooting zombies. And then there's one that was like a fighting themed one, and it's the really ugly ass fucking art where DSP has like a big fucking head. It oh man, well, I want to see if I can find it. DSP zombie hunter shirt. Oh my god. Image. Yeah, here it is. This shit. Like, I didn't want to buy because I'd be wasting money on this, so I didn't buy it. And I'm glad I didn't buy it. But imagine if I owned this shirt that had this design on it. Oh man, let's see if I can find the fighting one. I think it's King of Fighters. I might have to put. Maybe I put a space. Damn it. Well, if you know, you know. But those shirts were garbage. Those shirts, man, was fucking trash. And he was selling that.
That I sold over the years, and a lot of people have that merchandise and show it off in pictures and videos online and stuff, and I really appreciate that.
I have not seen. I have not seen a video with any of those shirts.
Teespring sales are not anything super significant. I'm not even kidding. In a year, I probably
It's not significant.
make a couple $100 on Teespring.
Couple hundred. Do you see when he first opened one? He said he made a lot of money on Teespring, but now it's not a lot. It's pittance.
Okay. That's how little it is because. Number one, the profit margins of the stuff I sell.
He also praised making $100, $200 on YouTube at one point, even though he said that amount of money was pittance too. But whatever. Okay.
There's tiny. I don't actually purposely try to make a lot of money. Doing what I'm doing with Teespring because it's supposed to be more fan service to you guys than me making a buck doing it.
Fan service that he makes money.
Like $1.50 to $2 profit, if that. You know, so that wasn't the point. So, you know, to me, it's like, I wonder what could happen here in regards to this. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what happened. So I have no answers. With no answers, there's no way I can even try to prevent this from happening from another side. I'm almost of the impression, even though we're heading into the busy holiday season where a lot of people would order gifts and stuff for the holidays, I'm of the mentality I should just not do it right now. Like, I should just wait. Because if already Teespring or whatever, or Spring, I guess, has a book up their butt about me.
Why does he want to wait? Why not just do it now so you can make as much money as you can before the bad thing could happen? That doesn't really make much sense.
And I don't know why, because they won't answer me. Then why bother with another company? You know what I'm saying? Another company, the same thing could just happen. So I think at this point, I think I'll just hold off. You know, I think I will. I think I'll just hold off on all of this. By the way, Tom is saying, didn't you contact Teespring to let them know you deal with trolls? Dude, Tom, I've been with Teespring for over 4 years.
Come on, wake up.
With Teespring, I had a personal representative who helped me set up my store and set up designs for me. They knew all about who I was and everything. Seriously, they knew all of that up front. They were helping me. They knew me and my content, and they were helping me set up my merch. This is very similar to the situation with Twitch. At one point, Twitch likes me and my content. I have a partner manager. They deal with me for issues and everything. Then all of a sudden, in a few years, they have a culture shift. Their whole internal management strategy changes. And next thing you know, I'm kicked out of the partner program with no justification. Right? It's the same shit. The same thing happens with all these corporations. They have a shift in what they're doing or how they want, you know, and then all of a sudden, oh, all right, well, we decided you're just out for no reason today. Why?
Why?
Can you tell me a reason? No. You're just gone. Oh, okay. Gee, thanks. I really feel great. I really feel like I was treated well by your company, right? So this is the point, is what I'm saying is, it never ends. Like, you would think, oh, Phil's identity was stolen. You know, he got fucked up stuff happened to him. Now they're costing him all this money. Oh, that'll be the end of it, right? Nope. Let's probably ruin his Teespring. Let's do this. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, it never ends. It's like never-ending bullshit, and I'm fucking tired of it, you know? So, I just wanted to get this all out of the way and off my chest because I don't want to talk about it on my streams. Once we start with gameplay and shit, I just don't want to be dealing with this shit. Being honest, I don't. I don't want to deal with this nonsense. So please understand that. Please know that. No, I don't want drama on my streams.
No
I don't
drama.
want bullshit. I just want to get off my chest now so that when we get to gameplay, we can just relax and have a good time. We got a good week coming up for sure. This week is going to be very fun with the finishing playthroughs, the Halloween event, and a new game, whatever it may be. November, I feel, is going to be a really great streaming month. Really, I feel that way. So it's very simple. I just want to get the shit out of the way and get it off my chest so we can move on positively. Okay? And that goes for everything. Like, all the nonsense drama out there, I don't care about it. Really, I don't
care.
People
I don't
want
care.
to pull me into their drama vortex constantly, and I'm like, go fuck yourself, man. This stream where I get to chill with my audience and have a good time is all I care about. I don't care about your drama and your bullshit and your fucking, you know, no-load losers out there who always want to pull me into their toilet vortexes. I have nothing to do with it. I don't care about you fucking scumbags and all the garbage out there, you know? I don't, you know? And the thing is, sometimes they try and fail miserably. I don't, you know, I have a right to express my opinion about anything on my stream. I do. I have an absolute right to do that.
They have a right to say
and
shit
other
too.
People have a right to respond to it and give their opinions on it, and that's all fine. All
Is it fine?
But that's where it ends. Like, I'm not gonna get pulled into crap. It's funny because this.
Oh, that's where it ends. See, with Keem, he said something, then Keem responded, then he said something on Twitter, and Keem responded, and that's where it ends because he's not getting pulled into that vortex. If you don't get pulled into the vortex, then don't start shit. Like, he could have easily just said, "Oh, Phil, what do you think of Keem retiring?" Well, that's good for him. You know, I don't really care for his content, but, you know, it is what it is, man. But, hey, man, you know, some people can retire, man. It's pretty crazy, huh? Or whatever, and leave it at that. I mean, whatever.
Hour that I've been,
I am really hungry.
Pre-stream. So many people trying to bring up drama and pull me into it. I'm like, nope, I'm not stupid. I don't fall for
I
that
ain't not
shit.
stupid.
I'm not, you know. I'm here to talk about what I want to talk about, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna play games today and have a good time. I'm not entertaining any of your drama bullshit. I'm just not. It's just a waste of my time, and I'm not gonna bother addressing stupidity and other people who are wastes of time. It's not worth it. I got important, positive shit to do. Okay. Okay, I've had enough.
I had enough.
Like I didn't give Special K enough chances, right?
This dude literally yelled at him, "I'm gonna ban you!" And then it's like, okay, now I'll ban him. He's out, you buster.
Let's do shoutouts. Okay, so thank you again to I don't see something different. At the same time, my God, is it challenging and grueling and full of stress?
I think that's it. I don't really care for the later half, but let's see where. Oh shit, it was over. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, almost $400.
In Diamond and Pearl, it was always called Team Galactic.
Wow, guys, it's 340. Well, let's see. Let's do some simple math. So he owed $1,500, right? He now owes the lawyer people not 200. Wow, 1,200. Wow, guys. I mean,
Galactic. Then games, I was just doing Street Fighter stuff. I was a Street Fighter player. Rock, yeah, I think focused on games people aren't interested in. Do you think a stream like this, would I do more like this? Well, first of all, when you say, oh, game no one's interested in, yet all my streams have hundreds of attendees, so I don't know what
oh my god, yet again, contradicts the state of the stream where he says, I got 100 views, pretty cool, huh?
What the hell are you talking about? Seriously. Sounds stupid what you just said.
This dude sounds stupid, but in this video, he mentions how he has low viewers, no one's showing up, and all this stuff, but when you tell it to him now, you're stupid. Okay.
Would I consider doing more dedicated streams like this? Oh, here's a Q&A stream once a week. If people really wanted it, it seems like people are just, they're satisfied with having the interaction on my streams themselves. They don't necessarily.
It's funny because there was a while where people wanted the boomer segments to come back and all this stuff, and he made it a concerted effort to do that, and then that went away immediately. So like he would probably do this for a bit, maybe again, and then stopped doing it after like he doesn't want to do it anymore. So it's really whatever.
Need something like this on a regular basis, and that way it's weird. In the last week I finished like 2-3 games, and every time I finish I end up doing a Q&A stream like this, right? It's like the third one I think in like a few weeks. So funny how
I think
that
the second
works.
one.
But no, I don't think that having a dedicated thing like this works, only because it's kind of impromptu. It's more special if you don't do it scheduled, I think. On top of that, I still do Ask the King, where every other month I'm doing a whole dedicated show.
Why not just do
so that's where people would want to
a
do
different kind of show?
It's funny to me that people are like, will you do a dedicated...
It just shows that people just want more than just gameplay from him. Like I feel when I do an art stream, I have a quiet audience. I kind of thought for a while that no one likes the art streams, but I also realized I kind of figured out that people just zone out and just listen to the music and they just relax. And I'm like thinking to myself, you know what? That might just be like the niche. That might just be the thing for the art streams. It's just to chill and relax. And I think that's the energy I'm starting to get into. That's why I've been doing some art streams with no mic and just with music, just because it's more soothing sometimes. Sadly, guys, sad news here. OBS is still not wanting to accept my iPad. I don't know why. Suddenly it's flashing green all the time, and all this stuff's pissing me off. So I have to find another alternative. I heard there's like capture devices for iPads, so I might have to look into that. Which it's something.
Dedicated Q&A show, Phil? You mean like Ask the King, the dedicated Q&A show I do? Really? The one I've been doing for over a decade.
They probably want it more than 2
one?
months, twice,
Like, what are you
once,
getting at?
once every 2 months. Just saying, they probably want it more frequent.
All right, Bandit Revolver, I'll see you later.
But again, I just think it's more like you just want more than just gameplay. Because just doing gameplay can only get you so far.
Well, I also still try to beat the game and not quit. I mean, why not? I bought the fucking game, right? Like, that really pissed me off that happened. But I was like, this is going to be the most weird thing. I've maximized a skill tree that I should not have been maximizing by that time in the game. That skill tree shouldn't have been being like maxed for like another 10, 20 hours. And I had all these grapple abilities. I was rappelling through the fucking city like Spider-Man. And able to do stuff that I shouldn't have been able to do. At the very same time, I was weak as shit. Because I didn't have the combat and the other trees that I needed. It was such a weird glitch. But I would still try to beat it, yes.
What game was he talking about? I don't know.
Oh, there's a second Team Rocket? I never even knew that. Derek says there's a second Team Rocket called Butch and Cassidy, and apparently they have a different motto and everything. Interesting.
This dude is such a huge Pokemon fan. He loves Pokemon. And he hasn't realized that in Pokemon games, all the villains are just other versions of Team Rocket, but they're called different things. He just figured that out. Wow, fella, you're such a huge fan of Pokemon.
Tom says, did you know IRL streams get paid to travel and make things Joey wants his hair back? Like, I'm not... Yep. 2 minutes left. What do you think? Digital pay. It's so confusing.
Oh, it's about NFTs.
Am I done with Fall Guys? Likely yes. That's up to people, but yeah. I've gotten more people coming to me and saying, I really appreciate you playing old school Street Fighter every...
The reason why a lot of people are... This is what I wanted to find. The reason why people are telling him now, I love your Street Fighter. Only one person, Sean, obviously. Sean loves Street Fighter. He loves when he plays Street Fighter like Jax. Is because he keeps threatening it. He's like, oh, guys, I don't... No one really seems to care about Street Fighter. I might have to end it, man. No one seems to care. So, of course it's gonna get people to be like, Phil, I love Street Fighter. It's like, if I sit there, I'm like, guys, I don't think anyone cares about me playing SMT3. I don't think anyone cares. I'm sure I could guilt one person to be like, Theo, I love when you play SMT3. It's so great when you die to demons. And I'm like, oh wow, someone cares. But it's like, come on. Come on.
Every week more than ever before. I don't know why, but it just seems like people are like appreciate the classics because they come and watch me play them and then they try them out themselves or something, which is really neat to know.
Don't believe that at all. like watching him play made me hate Super Turbo more than I already did, which is something. I think Super Turbo is boring. And then watching him play,
Cool.
it
Yes,
makes it even more boring.
Lost Judgment on the daytime stream on Saturday, Derek. I'll see you then. Did I beat Monkey Ball yet? We're 5 stages away from beating it. And then after that, I'm going to see what else is left in the game. But for all intents and purposes, tonight's Monkey Ball stream may be the final Monkey Ball stream. We'll see. Or to play online. So to do
Oh, there is one.
Reviews, I mean, that's great, but it's just a party game. It's just a series of mini games.
He's playing fucking Super Monkey Ball. He's like, Mario Party is just a bunch of party games. Man, he's
be played with a group of people in person or to play online. So why would you guys want to see? That's to me, that's like the same as WarioWare. It's a series of mini games. It'll be fun for a little bit, and then its appeal will die out. Like, I'll give you a perfect example of.
Yeah, why would he want to play that with his members? You notice how like he did a bait and switch for Back for Blood, like how he was going, I'm gonna play with members, guys, don't worry. And then he never played it with members ever. And then the one game that's specifically for members, I'm not gonna play it, guys. I'm gonna skip it.
About this, okay? Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. When I played those games in person with people, we did co-op. It was
Mario and Sonic, dude. He's using this as an example.
Fun as shit, right? Me playing with John or Howard or Joe back in the day, those games were fun. Then a few years ago, I tried to play one by myself. It was boring as dirt. So fucking uninteresting. You try to use the online play, they don't even implement the online play properly, and the game sucked. You know?
That was made by a different developer, though.
If I had a group of people who it's fun for us to play and compete against each other and try to do the best, that's one thing. If you're just playing online against randoms, you're at the whim of the online play playing well, and what's the point? It's probably not that fun at all.
It needs a story mode. That's what it needs. And Mario needs a son.
Shooter to the Super Chats has ever played Kane and Lynch? Yes. I played the second one. I don't remember what the name of it was, or you know.
I think it was Kane and Lynch 2.
I already played BioShock 1 when the remastered collection came out many years ago. I played it full direct capture HD and live stream. BioShock 2 I hate. I never want to replay it. The game stinks. Like, really, I don't like BioShock 2. I feel like it's such an inferior
I
game.
swear you said he was going to play 2.
Infinite is good again because it was made by a different studio, so I don't ever want to play that one.
Wait,
I never want to replay it. The game stinks. Like, really, I don't like BioShock 2. I feel like it's such an inferior game to 1, and then Infinite is good again because it was made by a different studio, so I don't ever want to play that one again.
2 is made by a different studio. I don't know if he said 2 or Infinite was, but Infinite was made by the original devs.
If Age of Empires 4 had come out on Xbox, would I have played it? I hear it's good. Probably I would have tried it. Yeah, I probably would have given it a shot. I like Age of Empires. I played it back in the day.
Oh, I love Age of Empires. I played it.
I played on PC. I thought they were really good games. I like RTS stuff from back in that time period. But
Time Bear? Time Bear. Wait, I want to hear that again.
1 and 2 I played on PC. I thought they were really good games. I like RTS stuff from back in that time period.
Time Bear. Now I just picture a bear, like, with some sort of time gadget.
I see what's going on. I'm so tired. Look what's happening. I'm
so tired. Oh man.
I need food. I'm starving right
Phil,
now.
you can't. But you can't eat. You don't have any money. They stole your money. Remember? You can't eat.
I really am. Like, my stomach is grumbling. I'm like, man, I need food bad. My stomach. I'm so hungry.
I'm hungry, and I'm not like fucking yawning and like, oh, let me go to sleep.
Yes, I remember the Ouya. No, I don't have it. We gave it to that guy, that game developer, Angus Cheng, because he wanted to see if he could develop games for it. So I gave it to John. John gave it to him.
Wait.
Remember the Ouya? No, I don't have it. We gave it to that guy, that game developer, Angus Cheng.
Wow, I love how DSP leached onto that. He gave it to John, and John gave it to him. John gave it to the game developer. You didn't give him shit, DSP. This is... Oh my god, he's one of those people. He's one of those fuckers. You could buy, like, you make a huge card, and then, like, and you just get DSP to sign it, and be like, yeah, I did that. I helped out with that card. I put my name in there. This fucking man, dude.
Because he wanted to see if he could develop games for it. So I gave it to John. John gave it to him.
So John gave it to him. You didn't give him shit.
Will I be playing most games on my Xbox now? Likely, yes. Number one, I love this controller. I really, really do.
So everyone's saying that DSP is a Xbox fanboy now, but all that I have learned from him playing on Xbox is one thing. He's not a fan of Xbox or PlayStation, PC, Switch, whatever. He's a fan of surround sound. He loves surround sound. Like, if the Switch had surround sound and no other console did, I guarantee he'd play Switch. Because he loves surround sound. He's such an audio snob. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Like, I like audio to a point, but not to the nonsense that DSP likes it, where I don't even think he can tell what surround sound is when he puts those on.
And number 2, surround sound. Those two things alone are a massive reason to play everything on Xbox if I can. There are going to be some games that I can't for either space reasons or maybe they're console exclusive. But for the most part, I think I'm going Xbox for most games. It's a more enjoyable console for me right now.
It would be funny if they patch Xbox and they get rid of it.
Typical fall weather. Cloudy, rainy, cool. Maybe in the future. Yeah. No, I never played the new Battletoads. It's on Game Pass. I might one day. I mean, especially to that anonymous person. Whoever's...
Wait. Is he going to mention Sean?
Okay.
His best friend, his amazing fan.
Call quits. I want to say thank you. I mean, especially to that anonymous person. Whoever's started off today with a crazy, huge $300 tip.
He only made $45 this stream, man. Only 45, and that's with the drama. With the drama, you only made 45 buckaroos. Oof.
Thank you to everyone else who supported and chilled with me for the conclusion of Alan Waker for this impromptu Q&A stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, awesome.
Oh, it's probably him.
All right, guys, so that is it. What we're going to do right now is upload. I'm going to upload the Alan Wake and this video to DSP Gaming. All right. Tonight, it's Super Monkey Ball at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Time. I'm going to try to wrap up the main campaign of the game. And then once I do, we're going to see what else is available. Whether that means trying out the mini games again, whether that means checking out these additional challenge stages that apparently are incredibly challenging. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. But we will stream a Street Fighter on the later.
Alright. That is it for today. For today's video. Thank you for watching. It was a fun one. I kind of went a little bit long than I would have liked, but that was because I dilly-dallied with the state of the stream address, which I shouldn't have done. But I might do that. I might do a video on that later, maybe someday. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I wanna find something. You know, screw it. Again, always remember, believe in the Ram that believes in you. You know what? I will say I do like Ram. You know, before it was a meme, like, oh whatever, but Ram looks pretty dope. But thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.